Hello and welcome to the Data Break Podcast, episode 25, I think, for the week of June 21st of 2015. I'm your host, James Lee. With me today, we have a plethora of guests today. Of course, my co-host, Max Lee.
Hey.
We also have returning champion. You just heard his voice, Taylor Kelsey.
Hey, E3.
E3?
You know, E3 was shadowed by me for E40. It's the E40 Expo this week. Really got it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you guys didn't hear about that?
I know, I did not.
That's what we're talking about.
And Sam Galbert.
Hello, hello.
And last but not least, our from last week,
Drumroll.
Luciano Vaglienti.
Wow, you butchered it, man.
I had it right the first time. I know.
Just call
I second guessed myself.
TV.
This is episode 24, by the way. I butchered the episode number 2. This week, wow, lots this
Last
week,
week.
right? Last week, really, yeah. We kind of delayed
We've
the
been
file.
recording this the Sunday after all the E3 stuff because we all wanted
Scheduling
to get
issues.
everyone on.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to get 5 people together, it turns out.
E3, lots of big announcements this week. So we're gonna go through like per publisher / developer conference. So we're gonna start with like day 0 with Bethesda, and then day 1 with Microsoft, Sony, and all that, and then day 2 with the PC gaming show and all that. So we'll start with Bethesda. The new Doom
Was it a week ago?
Yeah, exactly a week ago, really. The new Doom trailer popped out, so we got our first good look at the Doom. Looked really
There's a
visceral.
lot of gameplay.
Yeah, lots of gameplay. It was people complain about it for being too violent, which I think is a good thing.
People complain about
Complains
Doom
about
being too
Doom
violent?
for being too
Yes, they
violent.
did.
People complain about everything
Ali-
these
Cool.
days.
Is this the Twitter account Moms Against Games? Is that who complained about
Probably.
it?
Is
No.
it
No,
Tumblr?
they were okay with it.
Tumblr
Or...
people?
really cool.
Yeah, Moms Against Games were like, no, I can dig that.
Nah, it's cool. As long as there's no sex. You can murder everyone you want, but no sex, guys.
Yeah,
Oh
that's about
gosh.
it.
That's unholy.
So what are you guys' thoughts on it? I guess we'll do the
Nice
roundtable.
Nice animations.
Oh
Animations look
gosh.
really good.
The violence,
The gore was
Ugh.
really well done. Just like
Yeah,
the chainsaw was the best part.
If people complain about it, it's a good thing because that's what I want from Doom.
Just pure violence, basically.
Pure unadulterated, or actually it would be adulterated violence that, and with like, irregardless of story or anything, it's just pure gameplay, violent, gory gameplay with plenty of speed and action. That's
Yeah,
what
the
I want from
speed
Doom.
was
Yeah,
the thing that
It was
What I'm
very
excited to
fast.
see is it definitely looks like it'll be more challenging than a lot of games that have come out recently. I've noticed a lot of games coming out recently have a kind of a lower skill ceiling. They're trying to appeal to the most general audience, and I like the fact that this game hopefully won't do that.
it looked pretty easy. It's like you just kind of. It seemed like if you shoot a guy a little bit, he'll flash, and then you can do a crazy death animation.
I know
Well,
in the demo,
Every time.
I know in the demo I saw the player almost die 3 or 4 times. I was like, wow, he's really close to dying, but health packets kind of just flew everywhere. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
maybe you just have to be
also,
resourceful.
yeah. As
Also,
long as there's
Taylor.
that constant danger there, though.
What's up, Max?
okay, so the thing about you saying it looked easy, and a lot of people on Reddit also said, wouldn't they actually make it easier to show more stuff on the trailer version that they showed on E3? So, like, if they make it too hard, the trailer will go by more slowly, and they won't be able to show as much content in short time.
I wasn't complaining that it looked too easy. I was just
That,
rebuttaling
and,
Sam saying that
they're
it was
sorta-
too hard.
They're
Alright.
sort of using a controller, so
That is true.
God.
Yeah.
unless they're playing 400 on like 0.5 DPI or
Well, there's
0.5.
sensitivity. I don't know what the units are for.
I'm saying
twin
Counter-Strike
sticks.
terms.
Oh, right.
You would not use that kind of sensitivity for something like Doom, though. It's
Single player
Yeah.
doesn't make a difference. You can
But I mean,
play-
like
not-
Quake or
it's not
something
aim
like
heavy.
Doom. If you compare it to Quake, which it kind of should be turning into in a way because it's now fully 3D. It's those are high sensitivity games. Their default stuff is high sensitivity, as opposed to
No,
CS:GO,
the-
which is low.
The reason why I was saying that is because that's how low sense you'd need to do that cinematic shot they did at the beginning.
That is,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
that is true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, speaking of
Yeah.
like the multiplayer, like they announced like a
Snap
map
map.
builder. Yeah, that looked really cool. I liked how it was pretty
And they had a
intuitive. It
mode that
seemed.
looked like Call of Duty Zombies mode.
Mhm.
That
Actually,
weirded me out.
it also seemed to remind me of Halo's like custom game modes. Like you create custom game modes and like
Oh,
custom
yeah.
maps to go with
Yeah.
it. That seemed pretty cool. That's pretty exciting. I wonder how the Unreal guys feel about it because they're trying to make an arena shooter. They're like the arena
They're
shooter's
doing
trying to come back.
free-to-play, entirely community-based shooter.
Oh right, but like the idea of the arena shooter coming back.
Oh, there's so
So,
many
like-
games on like early access right now. They're all arena shooter stuff. But no one's gonna give a shit about those
It's
when
hard-
Doom and Unreal Tournament come back.
It's hard to do
Yeah.
it. It's hard to do an indie multiplayer game. I don't think indie people like have the
It's
capacity
just hard to
do
keep
that.
enough players.
Yeah, that's
Well, yeah,
that's
the hardest
basically it.
thing, I wouldn't say it's the multiplayer. It's the fact that they're attempting something that's already so popular. It's like an idea that's already out there, and you already have AAA people covering that. I think that the real places where indie games shine is doing things that other companies
unique.
aren't doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
something unique.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, what people weren't doing the arena shooter until recently, until like last year when they announced the Unreal Tournament free-to-play thing.
So yeah.
So
maybe-
so indies
Yeah.
were trying to fill a gap, and then the old powerhouses said, "Okay, us too. We're doing that too." By the
Right,
way,
Whoops.
sorry, not sorry.
But even when the indie guys were trying to fill a gap and AAA guys, weren't there, people did not really play the indie games. They still played like Quake Live or the old Quake and such, or like Unreal 2K4 instead of.
Are you telling
Like
me
new
that
stuff.
Rats Instagame doesn't have 3 million players right now? Come on.
Rats
bullshit.
Instagame looks really fun though.
No, it doesn't.
Really? I don't know. It seemed
It
pretty
looks
fun.
really bad to me.
It's Instagib, so it's like one hit kills every single time. So I like
Yeah,
the
it's
concept.
it's a rocket arena, but you're in tiny little levels, like because you're a rat.
Ah, I see. Not unlike Bad Rats, which also is pretty terrible.
Alright, moving on.
You guys haven't picked that game up yet.
Okay,
It's
okay.
you
on
install that,
sale right
James?
now. It's the cheapest game on Steam.
Don't. It's
Stay
like
as
a
far away
prank,
as
right?
possible.
Yeah. Also coming out of the Bethesda conference, Battlecry. I don't know if are you guys interested, or we could just skip it. It's just like a third-person
There's
steampunk
so many
TF2.
different Battlefield,
Battlefront,
there's
Battlecry.
Battleborn, which is the
Battleborn.
Gearbox game. There's like Born Cry, or there's so many variations of this that I don't. Which one's Battlecry? I don't remember which one.
It's like a third-person steampunk TF2. That's what my notes say about
Oh,
it.
that's the melee, the combat one, right?
Yeah.
The
It
melee one.
looked, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that one shitty game, Overgrowth or something like that. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
It didn't look
Microvolts?
especially interesting in any way at all.
Oh yeah. No one wanted to talk about Battlecry, so I guess we'll just skip it.
Yeah, I mean, we should try and at least cover most things
yeah,
that
yeah.
if we don't talk about it at length.
It,
You
yeah,
know,
it's just we just mentioned it.
There's
It's,
a really important game we need to talk about, though.
yeah.
We're
Hold on.
getting
We're
there.
getting
We're
there.
getting
We're getting
there.
there. We're getting there.
Let's-
We're getting there. No, hold on. We're building up. We're building up. No spoilers.
Elder Scrolls Legends, here we go, everyone.
Okay.
Buckle in, we're gonna be
But
here for 12
for the
hours
Elder
straight.
Scrolls,
talking
Dishonored
about
though.
Elder Scrolls.
That's what I was getting to next. Next is Dishonored. I actually wanted to cover the new Dishonored.
Oh yeah.
It looks pretty. It sounds pretty cool. Like there's two characters you can play as now. So
You
you
can play
can
as
play
a
a-
little girl from the first one,
or
and still
or
Corvo.
all grown
Yeah.
up.
yep. And it's
Yeah,
on
she's
like
not a little girl anymore.
it's on like a new setting. It's like kind of like inspired by India, colonial India.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Which
What
is
do you-
unique.
Yeah, and then there's new abilities, of course. So I'm pretty excited about it. I like
Yeah,
the first Dishonored. So
I like the first game a lot. I liked you got a lot of choice for how you're going to go about a level. A surprising amount, actually. For
Mm-hmm. yeah, I thought it was
Levels,
linear
it
at
was
first,
like an
but
open world level.
Yeah.
As weird as
I
that,
was really impressed
contradictory
by
as
that.
that sounds.
hmm
And the movement was really good.
yeah, definitely liked it.
Yeah, very fluid. And I liked the system they used for the mana regen, whatever they called it.
Yeah.
You would cast a spell, and if you cast another one too soon, you wouldn't regen that power, mana, whatever they wanted to call it.
Yeah.
But if you waited, you would. I like that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, they'll probably keep those for the sequel. I don't know what
Hmm.
they're gonna change at all.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, more of the same isn't that bad in the case
Did
of
they release that much
Dishonored.
information about it?
I
or
don't
is
think
it
so. It was
that-
just like the
No,
hype
just
cinematic trailer. It was a cinematic
Okay.
trailer. Hopefully, it looks
pretty
good
two
though.
characters. Yeah,
Probably
either
out
the
next
original
year.
character or the little girl.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun. Yeah. So okay. So I mean, does anyone? No one wants to talk about Elder Scrolls Legends, right?
Other than
I'll
just to
sum
laugh
it up
at
in a
it.
nutshell.
I just want to point and laugh is really what I would do.
Yeah.
It's like, haha.
I mean,
made
All right, so,
Hearthstone
Taylor,
you guys are giving it
We don't need
a lot of hard
another
time.
Hearthstone
And,
clone.
Yeah.
yeah, all right. So honestly,
already, like,
I'm not.
3 of 'em.
I'm not opposed to this. Like,
really?
I say sure. Yeah, go ahead
Let
and
it
make
fail?
that game.
But let it
Yeah,
fail.
like if
Point,
it fails,
vote,
that's
kick,
fine.
space,
If it doesn't fail,
same
that's fine.
Calvert.
Give
Um,
it power here.
What I thought was it was like, why did you make this? Why didn't you just pay Blizzard a little bit to put your cards in their game?
They would
And
never
then
do
make some
that.
deal.
Blizzard
Or-
didn't
or-
do
or
that.
like-
They're
or like-
competitors.
Are you retarded?
No, because you can still sell the cards in their game, like make it like DLC, like a case drop.
They're still
That's
competitors.
not how. That's not how
Because if
Hearthstone
Blizzard
works,
makes money,
though.
because then Blizzard's making money off your stuff.
True, but like they're
That's
still
not how Blizzard
competitors.
works. That's
Yeah,
how...
they're competitors. You would change some of the mechanics of Hearthstone.
yeah, like
It would give limited
You just
access
have
to
to
cards
submit
only
your
for
art.
people who
why
paid.
make
No, you
why
just submit
It would,
your art.
it would
You
mess
don't-
up a lot
they,
of things.
why
they deal
make
with the cards.
why make
You
money?
just
That's
make the art.
discussion.
Why would you make money on some of the cards when you could just make money on all the cards?
Well, they're
Yeah.
not going to make money.
No,
so.
no,
What?
no. Blizzard
No,
would
it's not
still
about
make money
Hearthstone.
on the cards.
But,
But I'm saying
like,
that's how you would make your money in the card business. Is you'd make just a little bit off the sale of the pack or whatever.
okay, window.
I'm sure they would love to do that,
Like
but Blizzard
esports
would not.
cases.
Okay,
Yeah.
window.
You're wrong.
All right, let me clear some things up. Okay, first of all, ZeniMax's failure of a MMO is still a rival to World of Warcraft, even though it's a failure. And
This card game doesn't sell MMO.
still, they are competitors as companies, if not in games. And like, say we go back 20 years, you will not see Sega ask Nintendo to put Sonic the Hedgehog on their console because they are direct competitors.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's a hardware software. That's a lot bigger.
No,
It-
no,
it's
it's
like a
not a
business
hardware
thing.
software thing.
Yeah.
It's a dumb idea and a dumb idea. That's-
This
Okay,
is
okay.
like David going up to Goliath and asking him if they wanted to be partners in a business
hey,
deal.
you know what?
Join
You
me
should've
and you
tried
could we
diplomacy
could rule the
first.
galaxy
This
together.
makes sense. I don't want to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could also tie
Goliath
in like a
was the
Fallout
good guy.
thing, and I'm sure Blizzard would want it to be tied in with Fallout.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll move on. We'll move on to the
Yeah.
big news. Fallout
Fallout
Shelter. Yes. There we go. Actually, before we actually get into the big one, do you want to talk about it before Fallout 4 or?
Yeah,
So-
sure.
Yeah,
Um,
Taylor, what do you played
yeah.
it? And,
I have iOS, which is fairly unique in this group of people, which is weird to me.
Not
um,
entirely.
two out of five.
I
2 out of
said
5, not
fairly
bad.
unique.
2 out of 5, not
entirely.
bad.
You're not special.
Sorry. It sucks dick. It's fucking garbage. It's every
Wow.
every iOS game or any free-to-play game is the build your base, do it slowly, timers are going on,
But
they
there's no
have the
timers. Even
There
Todd
are.
Howard Jesus says so.
There's not
Alright.
super long timers, but this is basically the same game of all the iOS ones, where there's just no substance to it. And for the free-to-play iOS things, the thing keeps your brain coming back is you need to come back to pay for it because you always feel like you need to progress. But in this game, it's just there's no substance to the game at all from my experience.
Alright,
It's just
so
like build shit.
I disagree with you.
I hated it.
Yeah.
Have you played it? Have you
So
played it?
I'm not a
Sam?
fan. of
No,
the
he's
game.
watched
Yeah,
a bunch.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of games.
I watched it. Yeah.
But I'm not going to say I'm a fan of it, but I definitely don't think it's trash. And I actually love it because it's a step in the right direction for mobile games. I'm not
Yeah.
a fan of mobile games, but as mobile games go, this is a phenomenal game. Like, there aren't microtransactions, all of the wait times are very short. You have the option to rush the wait time, and it's like a risk-reward scenario. Like, if you rush it, things could go wrong, you could lose the room, stuff like that. There could be electrical fires and stuff, but if you rush it, then you get the resources immediately if things don't go wrong. And there's a % chance if that happens based on a bunch of different factors. And I mean, like, a lot of strategy games have timers, and I'm definitely not calling this a high strategy game, but there are some aspects of strategy to it.
And business-wise, this is a good game. It's not stupid free-to-play garbage. But as a
Right.
game, there's barely anything there.
I think it's shallow.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't have a real story or anything like that. But as far as gameplay mechanics go, it's definitely not bad.
Max, what'd you think?
There's so little
Well,
to
we're,
be
we're,
bad.
look, we're looking at this as a separate game, and
It is.
No, that's your problem. It's not a game. It's a marketing tool. It's a tool to get people into Fallout.
That's also a
You're-
game.
you're-
It's
you're
also a
getting
game.
people-
But it's still
This
awesome.
is not a
Fallout.
podcast about marketing tools. It's a podcast about games. So as a game, it sucks.
It's
As
a marketing
tool,
game.
It's great.
It's a marketing game. Yes.
As a
It's-
marketing tool, it's great because it gives some people some Fallout hype and something to keep doing until the game comes out later.
Which is why I thought it's stupid that it wasn't on Android, because that's
It
where you
will
get
be.
rid of
It
your
will be.
audience to
It'll be
get-
there.
No, but I saw a problem with them not launching on Android because you use that hype to get people to actually download it, get it first on the App Store, and then people see it on the App Store and they download it and they try it and they're like, oh, let me Google this game again, and they Google it and they see, oh, Fallout 4, and then they go to the store and they buy Fallout 4, and you get more people playing Fallout 4.
Yeah,
I
we're,
mean-
we're not denying that it's a marketing strategy.
But
No,
didn't
I'm
have to
saying they
prove
did a
that to
shitty
us.
job on the marketing strategy.
Oh, on the iOS.
Windows
Personally,
Luciano's
your
just
scenario-
salty that
yeah, you're
it's not on
very salty
Android.
that you don't have it.
Yeah.
that's all it
It's,
is.
worked, it's on the
No.
iOS. It's been top grossing, top free
Yeah.
since
Ta-
it came
Taylor's
out.
better
So
than
it's
you.
worked.
Yeah.
It's still
it's based-
Yes,
obviously
but
when did I say
successful.
that?
They lost the chance.
One at a
being
time,
top
people.
on Android, and that's where your big market is to get people for Fallout 4.
I don't-
It doesn't matter. It
I
doesn't
don't
matter to
equate
me.
directly Android to Fallout 4 people.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no,
I would say
no,
like
Same way that
I'm-
you
I'm
are.
saying because there's a lot of people there.
Right,
Yeah,
because
but
it
how
would've
many-
released on Android as
Android.
well.
It's
Get more.
I'm viewing it as
people
an
to look at it,
advertisement, and in terms of an advertisement, they're showing it to so few people.
iOS, no one has any iPhones
no,
ever.
no one has an iPhone.
Yeah,
Jeez,
anyway.
no.
In terms of market share, there's iOS is 20% of the market.
Yeah, but
But
that's
also
that's
they're
that's
getting-
that's
they're getting
all
onto
overseas
Android.
though.
It doesn't
That's all
matter that
overseas
it's
though.
day and date.
Yeah, but
They're
but
still
this
getting
way,
onto Android. It's still
you
going to
get-
have that
you get that
cycle
push
that you
from
were talking about.
E3 that gets people to be playing it.
The people you're
like-
trying to capture with your iOS free-to-play game are not the people that care about E3.
It's also true.
Well, no, but E3 is what you use to get on the board there, because once it launches on Android, I can guarantee you, it's not gonna be number one.
I could okay. So I just pulled up numbers really fast. iOS in the United States is 42.4%. Like
Yeah.
it's
In the
it's
United
actually
States.
in the United States,
You
yeah.
gotta look
But they're targeting Western
That's their
audiences.
target audience.
They're not targeting Asia. That's where most of our Android devices are from. They're targeting the United States, like, and all the Western countries. So like 42% is still really significant. And obviously it's not 51%, but I doubt most of the 51%. I mean, you could say the same for iOS, but I would say a higher percent of that 42.4% of iOS is going to download the app more than the 51.5%. Especially
Well-
if you look at the App Store right now.
What I was saying is they lost their chance to write off that E3 hype, get it to the number one spot on the Android App Store,
Well,
so that you get those extra
Okay,
people who
I
I bet
don't
they
know what
could have.
Fallout
I
is.
bet they would have
Or-
liked to, but I think it was.
Would you have rather
there were some
used their
issues.
100
I bet there were some
people
issues
on
with.
making an Android game rather than making Fallout 4?
Also, I mean, we could go
Well,
all day
you
on
don't need a lot of
iOS
people
versus
to
Android
develop.
because of like all the different phones there are, and you have to make sure there's compatibility. Because, okay, Taylor, like, I mean, Max, like you told me about like
I
the
do
performance
understand
Or
the
issues.
work,
Luch,
but
whoever you're talking
I'm
to.
just disappointed that they failed on the marketing that hard.
You're just I would
No,
say
they
salty.
didn't.
I don't
They
think that
didn't.
they failed. Look,
No.
I don't own an Apple device. Did I watch lots of that gameplay? Sure, I did. And it's free, so they didn't lose any money on me. And who else here watched gameplay of it, even if they didn't have an
I know.
Apple
I'm just
device?
saying you lose a few people who would have been
Okay. Well, we'll just,
playing your game and then buying it.
okay.
I don't
Well,
think anyone's going to change their opinion on this.
yeah. Okay.
No, it's
so
not
So
about
let's-
changing the opinion. It's about getting your name out.
we gotta keep moving on. I'm gonna stop this right there. We have to keep moving on. I'm sorry.
The game
we have to
sucks.
keep it.
I'm just gonna say that. Boom.
Yeah, it's
Let's go
better.
on. Move on.
All right. Let's let Luch blab a little bit more. Let's talk about the actual, the main course, Fallout 4. The opinions, thoughts.
All right. You want me to run down all the new things so people know what's what?
I don't think we have time for quite all the new things. Why don't you tell us your favorite
I-
thing?
I've got a
Maybe
Well, your
list.
say a
favorite thing. Just your favorite thing.
or
Just your favorite
what we're
thing.
My
looking forward
favorite
to,
thing:
something like that.
new animations. That's
Really?
That
literally
is a very specific thing to be your favorite.
that is literally my favorite thing. But yeah, I can't cover just what's my favorite thing because there's lots of new things. There's the Vertibird, which is nice. They added Even though apparently they didn't add anything else to drive. You can only fly a vertibird. You can't drive cars. I'm pretty
Can't drive
disappointed with that.
Mods. Funk vehicle will be added eventually.
Well, no, Fallout 3 had vehicles, so I suspect that
maybe they'll be added later. Yeah, in the new
no, I
DLC.
mean, in terms of mods, there's
Car
vehicles,
armor
so.
DLC. Paid car armor
Horse
mods.
armor DLC?
Paid car
Yeah,
armor
there's no
mods.
horses in the game. You just get a fucking horse armor.
Yeah. It'd be the best.
Convenient
No one
cars
would expect
DLC.
it.
Oh god.
Let's see. There's
I really like the
there's a new
crafting
follower
system.
control system. Looks a little basic because it's designed for controller.
I think they'll have a different UI
I
for
have a quick
PC.
question. Are all of these your favorite thing?
Yes, they're all my favorite.
These
things.
are a few of
Just
my
checking.
favorite things.
Let's see.
When the
Copyrighted.
bomb drops.
Layered armor is pretty cool, so you can have different parts of different armor on at one time.
Yeah. I'm excited for that. Better
Yeah, I'm pretty
customization
excited
of your
for that.
look.
There's the Wasteland Settlers Edition mod made into the game, which is the base building stuff where where your base gets attacked after you build it by raiders.
I have a question for you,
Dynamic
Luge.
weather. That's something that's in the game, which is cool. There's gonna be rainstorms and snowstorms and stuff that come across the wasteland.
Taylor has a question.
Okay.
What
what's
is
the
your
question?
favorite thing about Fallout 3?
About Fallout 3?
Yes. Very simple question.
One thing.
Hopefully a very
one thing.
simple answer.
The environment.
So like the
The feeling you get when you're
That's
exploring.
interesting
like the
because
tone of it.
that's interesting because Fallout 4 seems to be a lot more upbeat than
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fallout
that's
3.
what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
It's because Fallout
Yeah,
3 is a very
so,
specific game.
The color
guess-
palette is more upbeat.
Well,
game I
tone
went
seems
the
the
tone
same.
seems a lot. No,
The
the
tone
tone's
seems like they
There's
kind of
a-
ratcheted
seems-
up a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a guy dressed in a dress. Like there's a guy in a dress, and then he was shooting like
Yeah.
little things, and
It
it seemed
dead
pretty
raising.
silly. Yeah.
Guy in
pretty dead raising.
dress.
Yeah, he was
There
like
there
you
was-
could
there
you
was
could equip a
the main
dress.
character in dress.
Like the main character was in a dress, like as a dude, cross dressing. I mean,
Dude,
not-
you can do that in Fallout 3.
can you? I don't remember.
You can do that in
Yeah,
Fallout 3.
he put on a
because-
lot of really weird, silly outfits.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
just a dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
the,
I
the
think
tone of that trailer was a lot more lighthearted than
Yeah.
Fallout 3.
Yes.
Is why I was trying to ask you
Yeah.
that. Of like,
Yeah.
So
it seems really weird.
No, I just view that as just trailer stuff. That's not any,
No,
No,
I think the game's
I-
a lot more
I feel
silly.
like
here's my
you
question.
can do all those sort of things in Fallout 3 too. You can dress up in Fallout 3 and be a girly girl in Fallout 3 if you want to.
Sam has thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my question is, for because I watched the trailer, I don't know
Yeah, my
much
game
about
is
it besides
crashed.
that.
Yeah. I've
What in
read
this game will
interviews.
be different from what I could mod into Fallout 3? Because you
Well,
said
the
they're taking
animations.
mods from Fallout 3 and putting them in there. You said that they have dynamic weather, but I guess all that stuff I've already seen in Fallout 3. So what can I be
the-
excited for in Fallout 4?
Okay, so the animations first of all is the first thing that you're not gonna get that in Fallout 3. You're
Okay.
just flat out not gonna get that.
Even in
And
mods.
you have
okay.
the two catchphrases that they have: dynamic, volumetric shit, and the physical
Right.
based rendering.
Yeah.
But the other things that you don't have in Fallout 3 is actually the weather. The weather. So in Fallout 3, it was a very cheap implementation modders used to make quote unquote dynamic weather, and this is going to be something that's actually a lot more fleshed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you looked at the mods recently?
Yes, I
There's
have.
some pretty amazing.
I'm playing Fallout 3
mods
right
out there.
now.
Okay.
He's literally playing it right now.
Your bias is showing.
He's literally playing it right now.
I'm literally playing it right
Not
this
the only
second.
thing that's showing.
The AI is a completely new system, so that is something that
Okay.
is going to be a little bit better. So you're not going to really experience that. The flying gunship. I mean, you can make vehicles with foes in Fallout 3, but again, it's sort of like Funk Vehicle in the fact that it's pretty shitty.
Right.
Yeah. Environmental damage. That's something that's not in Fallout 3 really a lot. There's only one mod that I know that implements any
Okay.
sort of destruction. So
Such
All right,
crazy
yeah.
minor
I'll be
things
interested
to
to
me.
see those things.
Yeah. I think
destruction
I think the
is bigger.
biggest thing my
Oh,
favorite
and there's
thing.
grenade hotkey and a melee hotkey as well. That's pretty cool.
My favorite thing about Fallout 4 that I'm really excited about is LeBron James. He plays LeBron James.
LeBron James confirmed.
Oh,
James
and
confirmed.
having actual hair in this game that isn't built for cyborgs. That's sort of nice.
Yeah, see,
That
LeBron
actually
James.
reminds
That's
me.
true.
The protagonist will be fully voiced this time. That's
Yes.
different from all the
Oh,
previous games.
Okay.
Yes, that's sort of one of the big things, along with the shitty talking UI. Oh, that reminds me of. Actually, never mind. I know what my favorite thing is.
Okay.
You can talk to multiple people at the same time.
Oh,
You can be in 3 different conversations at once.
Revolutionary.
That's my favorite thing, actually.
that actually is new. So
It's
Yeah.
new for Fallout.
new for old
Like
Bethesda
like
games.
you can start
Yeah,
talking
that's
to
a pretty
someone
new gameplay
and then
mechanic.
turn away from them, and then start talking to another person, and then turn, and then talk to another person, then turn
That's
back
neat.
to that first person and resume
That's
your
neat.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, are we sure that's a feature, or was it just something that was edited into the trailer? 'Cause
That-
sometimes
Feature.
they
that's
do
not-
They
that.
showed a lot.
that
Of,
wasn't
they
on the
showed a lot of
trailer.
gameplay.
That wasn't
So
on
it's
the
not
trailer.
just a trailer saying.
That was interview.
Alright.
I
Alright.
really like that they have so many different
Oh,
things to do
Leveled
of like
areas. That's another
of
thing
like
that they
non-story
brought in.
things to do. Like they talked about building up your base slowly and going around the wasteland and collecting all the stuff to build up your base to defend against raiders.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot more interesting because Fallout New Vegas is the one I played more than 3. I know I'm
Boo.
sacrilegious.
Boo.
But in that game, it didn't feel like there's a ton to do other than the story quest, and like really had to search hard for side quests. So something outside of the quest to do is really intriguing to me.
Well, I mean, isn't that what like Bethesda games have
Open
always been
world.
about? Like open world, doing whatever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
open world stuff.
Yeah. I-
Skyrim nailed things to do in the open world that wasn't a quest. It was just always something to explore.
I really.
Now it's
Yeah. No. Go ahead. You can finish your thoughts.
Well, I was talking about remember the DLC in Skyrim that you build a house and you built it up and no one gave a shit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they showed it in Fallout 4 trailer. and
Oh
everyone
yeah.
loses their
Actually,
minds.
I actually like I see it. Like I made note of that. I was like, that's pretty. Like I think there was also like it's like micromanagement. It's like kind of like city simulator, like building simulator, where you kind of have to manage your own town. And I thought that was kind of
But
a cool
it makes
addition.
more sense within the story of Fallout to try and rebuild civilization than like,
Yeah.
I'm this great adventurer. I'm gonna build a house and have kids. Who's to do?
Adopt
That
kids.
is
You
a
can't
noble
have
goal.
kids. You have to adopt. You can only adopt them
Oh,
unless
yeah,
you download some crazy lovers lab
because
mod.
Skyrim is a sexless world somehow. Everyone say sexual, I guess.
Yep.
I mean, I told
Children
you
just come out,
unless you download
have
some
a
sketchy
mentality
mods.
like seahorses.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, have you guys ever seen the seahorse mod for Skyrim?
Seahorse
You know,
mod.
children. Yeah, you as a man you can carry around a child.
That's
you know
great.
seahorses.
Yeah.
They implant the fetus
The
in
males carry the
male's
children.
belly,
Yeah.
and the male gives birth to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You,
pretty
so
There's
there's a
that
mod
mod
so
in
you could
Skyrim.
give birth. So your male
How
character
much
could
would
give
you
birth.
pay?
cool. Seahorse armor
No.
DLC confirmed.
Oh
I
god.
would pay for that if it also added seahorses.
Alright, armor DLC joke. Twice you said that. I'm gonna keep track here. So many times
Keep
you
that
can go
count.
back to that well.
Another thing that I read is that you might even be that the game's designed to handle more diverse quest lines, so that you can even fail the main quest.
Oh.
That's
Huh.
awesome.
Actually, I really
An
actually
interesting
I
mechanic.
really appreciate when they add fail states to certain
Yeah.
games, and I would love for like any game to have like a fail
Or-
state for like the tutorial. Like, so like if you're trying to go through the tutorial and then like say you're playing like Tomb Raider, right? And then like you're trying to do the tutorial and then you get killed by the wolves or whatever in the tutorial, and then like there's some text that pops up that says Lara Croft died in the woods. Her friends never made it back home. They all starved to death.
Well, that might be a thing. So
That's,
Yeah,
that's
so-
good.
But see, what you're forgetting is that was already implemented in the previous games. Because you could just kill someone important without knowing about it, and they
Well,
would
no.
die and be dead
No, like
forever.
th- like
and
this is
they
like
couldn't
proper
complete the quest
handling.
anyway.
this is like you
Oh,
could
so not
kill
just splits out?
like let's say you're going to Project Purity with your dad, and then you just decide, oh, I'm just gonna shoot my dad in the face before Project Purity becomes a thing.
Right, as you do.
Yeah, that's what I mean by that. Like it's actually building it into the quest.
Okay. Okay, I think that's time to move on.
We're all excited for
Yeah.
this game.
We're all pretty excited.
Whoa. I'm
Woohoo,
not.
Fallout 4.
You're not interesting.
Well, like I
Everyone
never
that
cared about
matters
Fallout, so
Is excited for this.
Well, you should. You should care. You should have bought Fallout 3 on the sale.
I just bought Skyrim.
Buy Fallout 3. It's better.
I don't have the
Skyrim is
cash.
better than
No,
Fallout
Skyrim's
3.
better.
I like Skyrim.
Alright, let's not kill each other.
Okay, moving on. So
let
the next conference is Microsoft's.
Oh, we forgot one thing.
Oh,
Fallout
what?
4 mod support on console.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh
What?
yeah.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
We sort of missed that big point.
that's a pretty.
How's that supposed to work?
I think it's gonna
Not
be
well.
like. I think
The,
it's gonna.
the consoles are computers, so
What I'm suspecting is it's going to be through BethesdaNet.
Yeah, you have
They're
to.
gonna, and they're going to ask people to upload their mods there, and everyone's going to be like, "Ha, fuck you."
Well,
Nexus.
it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be like Steam Workshop where they
people aren't gonna
upload
say,
their.
Fuck you. They're gonna want their mod to get to as many people as possible. So
No,
Yeah.
because there's
Right,
many
but
limitations on
it's-
through BethesdaNet. People just go to
different-
Nexus like they do with
Skyrim.
games right now.
Well.
Alright, but you
in the
couldn't
case of
download
that.
mods for your Xbox from the Nexus because you couldn't get them onto your Xbox because they're not going to give you access to the files. Is really what it is. So you need to download it through Bethesda in some way.
Yeah. Well,
The
I'm just
problem
saying
is
because
no one is going to
they need to
develop.
filter things.
I shouldn't say no
because
one.
they said no NSFW mods.
Oh.
Right.
Well,
What do you mean,
okay.
aw?
Okay, one more. Like, let's be clear here though. Like, I think it's gonna be more like Steam Workshop, where people are gonna upload to both Nexus and Steam Workshop, knowing that
Yeah.
like the way Steam Workshop works isn't gonna be perfect, but they're gonna upload it there anyways just to get exposure or whatever. And I think that's what's gonna happen.
I would agree, but I think that
But I'm gonna say any
probably the best modders of the game won't come to console. And I'm just guessing, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going to end up happening.
The
if it's
like the
popular
best
enough,
mod.
I think.
Like if it's depending on the mod though, because like you can make a good mod that's simple and then it'll be
Right.
it'll be on the Xbox no problem. But
Yes.
but the like the
Not
complex
gonna
ones
be the overhaul
like
overhaul mods though.
yeah, the overhauls probably no. But the simple ones, like adding a character
Yeah.
here, replacing textures there, that's probably gonna be on the Xbox. So
Wait, why
we're
would a texture mod be on the Xbox? And it's not like it could handle it.
Like a
Designed
retexture, maybe.
for-
well,
not that.
not like a texture upgrade, maybe retextures. You know, like we're not talking crazy stuff. Also, 30 FPS, 1080p for both consoles.
That is not confirmed.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Pete Hines, I heard someone tweet that at him, and then he said, "I have not heard that point. I am going to talk with Todd Howard and see if that is correct."
Okay. So okay. Whatever. That'll work itself out later. Okay, moving on.
FIFA.
Out of Microsoft's new conference, we saw a couple of I think Max noted that you wanted to talk about Dark Souls 3. So yeah, that was announced at E3 at Microsoft's conference this year. Thoughts?
Well, technically that was already
Just a
leaked.
trailer.
Okay, trailer. No, not much said. There was some more info that was said, along with the stuff from the last leak podcast we did. But
What are
I
we
can't.
talking
Dark Souls 3.
Oh,
I can't seem to remember.
Oh, okay. It's by the B
Yeah.
team though. It's not by the same team that made the original Dark Souls.
Now I remember.
But no, it's by the guy who did the original Dark Souls, but not Dark Souls 2.
Okay, so
Right?
okay,
He jumped on lane.
Okay, this is how it worked out. Let's see. Okay. First of all, let me explain some few things. Dark Souls 2. The reason why it sucked, but the DLC was good, was apparently its initial director during the middle of development was taken off and then put into a different project. He came back for the DLC, which is why the DLC felt better. After that, what is it? Let's see. And so Dark Souls 3 will have Miyazaki, the guy who did the original Dark Souls and Bloodborne, with the co-direction of the guy who did the Dark Souls 2 DLC, with part of the A team and all of the B team working on it.
Okay.
So
whoever's supposed to shit in TeamSpeak,
what?
please no.
Oh, nothing. Okay. So are you optimistic about it, or?
A bit more apprehensive than last time, but
Because Dark Souls 2 failed you so hard.
gosh, Dark Souls 3, love it. Dark Souls 2, haven't even finished it. Gosh. Hopefully Dark Souls 3 is better. Oh, I've heard that the combat has actually been changed so that there will be stances and like more than one form of blocking. It will be faster, there will be more stances, some more items.
Yeah.
Weapons will actually be more meaningful than Dark Souls 2, in which 70% was just clutter. Hopefully it'll be just all around better. That's
Yeah,
all I'm hoping
so-
for.
So I heard a few things about this. And you guys can confirm whether they're true or not. These are just rumors. But I heard that there will be hot seat multiplayer, so a friend could come over and sit down and play with you split screen. Is that still coming
I
to
have
the game?
never heard of that one.
That sounds
Really?
weird for
Okay.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just
Well-
actually heard that today.
Well, like was it split screen or just hop in, hop out co-op?
It was hop in, hop out. Yeah.
Okay,
one was-
I think that'd be an improvement because from the little Dark Souls I played, like trying to get co-op to work was kind of a hassle and a pain. But
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
another thing I heard is that they have a lot of I don't know if these were the stances you're talking about. I don't think so, but like aesthetic improvements to the way that your character like blocked and parried and attacked, and didn't actually change anything stat-wise. It just changed what they looked like, so you could customize that a bit more.
I'm not sure. We might be talking the same thing, but I'm pretty sure I heard that there will be actual changes to the character movement, so could be a bit of both.
Okay.
Cool. We have 10 minutes until Sam will have to go, so
Oh
we're
god.
gonna skip through a couple of things. We'll
I
get
am
back.
so sorry.
Well, it's not completely.
no,
it's not
it's
completely
fine.
your fault. Yeah, it's fine. So we're gonna cover the few things Sam wanted to talk about. So the PC gaming show, Pillars of Eternity's White March. Is that an expansion for Pillars of Eternity?
Yeah. Yeah. If anyone hasn't picked up Pillars of Eternity and you guys like D&D, Pathfinder, that kind of stuff, it's basically the video game equivalent of that. It's published by Obsidian Entertainment, and it was kickstarted to come out. White March was one of their Kickstarter goals, and so I just wanted to, it's important, I guess, that when you start a Kickstarter and you get the game out, and the game was phenomenal, that you then meet all the goals after that. And so that's kind of what this is. This is only part one. They're going to release the second part later, and it looks like it's going to be awesome. It's set in a completely new environment. They're adding new classes and abilities to the game, and it looks like a lot more than just like a cheap throw it in because we had to, and it looks like an actual addition to the game. So I'm pretty pumped for it.
Okay. And how have you been enjoying Pillars of Eternity, the game?
I like it a lot. It's definitely like I don't just look at it and go, "Oh, this is just a clone of like D&D or Pathfinder or something like that." It's its own thing. It's in its own right. But it just has a few mechanics that you can see that they're derived from that or inspired by that, and so it feels familiar in that case. It feels like I can see like the fantasy worlds that I've created on paper with people kind of played out in real life. But at the same time, it's a game in its own right, which I really appreciate.
Cool.
I mean, there's plenty of games like this genre. It was just they
Right, yeah.
kickstarted it. They're like they were made like 20 years ago.
Yeah, and Baldur's Gate is kind of the biggest one, and this game looks phenomenal, whereas Baldur's Gate is lacking in the graphics a bit.
Yeah.
So that's one improvement that they made.
Okay. Cool. I guess we'll be looking forward to that, and we'll look forward to hearing your thoughts about it when it releases later this
Yeah,
year, right?
definitely.
Cool.
Yes.
You also listed No Man's Sky. So I remember, okay, so like true story, like I remember during the trailer they always said, like they said something along the lines of this game feels like something out of like a child's imagination. And I could like from firsthand confirm that because I think it was the 7th grade, I asked like one of my classmates like during algebra 1, like if you could make any game like ever, like what would it be about? And he was like, well, it'd be like you could be in like a universe and you could just like fly anywhere you want and like
He was
do whatever
super high
you want.
at the time, by the way.
This man grew up to produce No Man's Sky.
It must have been, yeah.
He was
Not
British.
Yeah, couldn't you tell? It was James's best British accent.
That was supposed to be British.
No, it was just it was a rendition of my 7th grade algebra 1 classmate. But yeah, so I guess that's true. Yeah, it's coming to PC now. It's confirmed to be coming to
Right,
PC
that
now.
was the biggest reveal of the PC gaming show. Was
Really?
it was basically all interviews. It was just them
Yeah.
talking. It wasn't really a conference like the
It was a show.
like
It was
Right,
a
it
2.5-hour talk show
Yeah,
right.
with
And so that's what it
Day9.
was.
hosted by game
but that-
developers who don't know how to be on a talk show.
Yeah, some
And
people.
Day
were,
9.
And Day9.
Day9's good. I like
Day9
Day9.
Day9 did a good job on handling that, but
He's a better caster than he is a talk show host.
Sure.
Yeah, but I thought that
yeah,
that
No
was
Man's
like
Sky.
the big moment in the PC gaming show. Is
Oh, yeah,
and
same
by the
here.
way, No Man's
That's why
Sky
it's
is coming to
is
PC.
the last thing, right?
Yeah, yeah,
One
Yeah,
of
it was
the
near
last
the
ones.
yeah. I'm pretty excited about the game. I'm a pretty big fan of like the low poly aesthetic.
Yeah,
like,
something to note
kind of
is,
minimalistic.
Yeah, like so they showed some gameplay and they said that they had just chosen like a random planet they were landing on and stuff, and it's not strictly true. They definitely planned out the planet that they were going to land on beforehand and stuff, and
They
they
didn't.
edited
They
together some
definitely
of the
didn't.
footage.
Nope.
Yeah,
They talk
Um,
about. I remember they talk about different situations and if they land on certain planets that are a little bit boring, how are they going to handle it?
Oh.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
very,
Right.
that was very much not a planned demo.
okay.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
seriously
so
went to a random planet.
that's lucky, I guess then.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't know. That plant wasn't that interesting anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Well,
was still
had-
random.
so,
though,
yeah.
it's pretty good.
what they said is like most planets won't have life on them. There's a small chance that they'll be in the right temperature range. There's a small chance that they'll have water on them, and then if they have water on them, there's a small chance they'll have vegetation, and if they have vegetation, there's a small chance that there'll be life, and if there's life, there's a small chance it's evolved to some state. And so it was very much like a 1 in 10 million planet that they landed on.
I see. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna look forward to that. Hopefully,
Yeah,
it'll be
that-
out next
that
year, I
was-
think.
That's one of the games from past
yes.
series that
November, I believe, next year.
I
is
think
what I heard.
actually did well in every show.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, so I feel like they just keep releasing stuff about No Man's Sky, but there's nothing ever super concrete.
He's really tired of explaining that game to people.
Yeah.
You could tell in
Yeah.
that demo.
I feel like that's all there is to say about that game, and then the rest is just like up to you, and like they
Yeah,
don't want to,
Right.
and like that. I mean, I feel like the game is simple enough, so like they don't really need to explain more, and that's it. So I don't know why they keep. I mean, I don't know why people keep asking more about it.
It's
Right.
like advertising for Minecraft. How the fuck do you advertise for Minecraft?
Well,
Blocks.
I mean now
Yeah.
they just added so many features that you
You don't
probably
have
can, and so
Yeah, word of mouth.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, how do you sell Minecraft to someone?
And do you want a world where you could do anything? I think that's pretty much.
Yeah, it's the easiest
Yeah,
to
that's-
sell.
that's the
it's,
phrase.
it's a similar scenario with No Man's Sky.
I know, which is why
Right.
the guy is tired.
They got me hooked. I'll
Yeah.
get it
Yeah,
when it
it's-
comes out for sure.
The hook is
Um,
that it's infinite.
Okay, and last thing I saw you highlight on the list was XCOM 2 gameplay that was released. I know XCOM 2
Yes.
was announced before E3, but this is the first gameplay we've seen,
Right,
right?
yeah, it was the world reveal of the gameplay there, and that is the game I'm the most excited about, hands down, for E3, for sure.
Understandably,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm really liking it because one, they took the ending from the original XCOM and they said, okay, what if you had failed that final mission? Because so XCOM is a strategy game, it's pretty hard, and the majority of people who play that final mission probably fail it 10 times more often than they succeed. And so for the second game, they're like, all right, what if you had failed and you couldn't just reload a save or something like that?
Pretty realistic.
Then, yeah, then like 10, 15 years later, here's XCOM 2, which is what happens if you failed. They added a bunch of new stuff. One of the things I was apprehensive about is the gameplay that they showed. It was actual gameplay footage, but they had edited it together in such a way, like to compress it, make it a little bit shorter, and so it gave some false impressions about like things that could happen in the game, and some people were freaking out because like one instance is they thought that an enemy could spawn onto the map and then move and take cover and then shoot at you before you had a chance to do anything about it, because it's a turn-based game. And they'd really just edited those things together for kind of a more fluid gameplay demo. But there was a huge kickback about that on Twitter, and people just yelling at the developers about that. And so I thought that was funny that they edited this gameplay together in such a way that gave people kind of false impressions about what could happen just to make it look cooler. And so people were not happy about that.
It's like people getting mad over a cinematic trailer and saying that's not the real graphics.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or with those graphics are shit for Fallout 3 or Fallout 4. I don't know
Right.
why people.
Everyone
I
is mad at those graphics.
I mean it's I can't expect it to look any better because that's kind of not their forte. Graphics aren't their forte.
Yeah,
it's
that's the thing. They're
Yeah.
usually behind in graphics, but the game world is so huge that
it doesn't matter as much. Okay. Anything else you want to cover, Matt, Taylor, Sam?
Where we are?
Wait, why are we covering Sam's stuff? I
it's-
thought
Oh,
you-
he has to.
I
He has
thought
to.
you had
He has to go. He has to go. Sam has to go. Yeah.
I have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out later this year, which is something that I thought was nice that they announced the game that was coming out this year.
Yeah.
In a few months' time, as opposed to like a lot of times at E3, you'll get things announced that are coming out
1 to
in
2 years
like,
before.
2 years.
Yeah.
This was-
exactly.
I appreciate that.
This is the E3 of this year.
I
Right,
appreciate
you know?
that because I don't like it when people announce things for like 3 years from now and then they just let the hype build. They kind of rely on the hype for sales,
Right,
and
right.
just like that's not how you should do it. Like you shouldn't have to rely on hype for
What do you
sales.
mean it works so well for Watch Dogs?
It
Like,
obviously.
that's
I mean,
exactly what
I'm
that
not
is.
arguing that it works. I'm just saying that like I don't. It's
I'm being
not.
very
It's not good.
sarcastic right now.
Oh, okay. Never
I
mind.
can tell.
Well, like for other games, there's like things will just like get eaten up by the hype, like Duke Nukem Forever, stuff like that.
Well,
Yeah, no, it
Oh,
gets to
God.
the
that had
point where
legacy
people.
behind it.
Colonial Marines. I remember reading a Game Informer magazine in 2007 about that game, and it still sucked.
Both Gearbox.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm glad that they're doing it. Shorter time spans.
Yeah, like that was a good trend for me.
Mhm.
Not trend, but a good choice, and I hope it becomes a trend.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the past 2 E3s were the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Well, just 'cause they
Coming
had
next
to
year.
fill
Coming
space
next.
'cause they had nothing.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
haven't. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks, Sam. Thanks for stopping by and giving us
Yeah,
your thoughts
thanks for
on the
having me.
C3. Yep, no
Appreciate it.
problem. Yeah, come on anytime.
Alright, see you guys later.
All right. See you, Sam.
See ya.
Human disconnected from your chamber.
Disconnected.
Did you hear that in the recording?
That's gonna be in the recording. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, you could just cut that out pretty
I could.
easily.
I could.
I think it
Sounds
works
really
better if it's
cool.
in.
Yeah.
It's dramatic.
Oh,
Or
oh,
add
window.
your own effect.
Luge, you don't have the same sound pack we have installed. We have the Portal sound pack. So,
For what?
for
For
TeamSpeak.
TeamSpeak. Oh.
Yeah.
Or no, I've got generic
Dude or girl, like
generic female.
connected, disconnected. Okay. Okay, so next on the list. So yeah, we're leaving off.
Still on
Where we left
Microsoft.
off was still on Microsoft.
Microsoft.
I made note of the HoloLens demo. I just like the HoloLens demo they showed off. I thought that was just really cool, like the way they made Minecraft on a table and like the way you could like kind of pan around and look at things, and that
Right.
like totally looked like the future to me. So I
Did
was
you
pretty
guys hear
impressed by
about
it.
the HoloLens demo they were showing to people at the actual conference on the floor?
No,
What
was
was
it
it?
a lot worse?
It was like no, it was really good. It was like a weird
Wow.
Halo thing where it's like put on your visor. It's like okay, so I just follow where the Halo waypoint is, and then you look to your left, and there's a fucking Halo waypoint
That's
at the end of
super cool.
at the end of the hallway, and you're like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
so
cool.
you walk to it, and then it says, then it tells you what to do next. It's insane.
Do you guys remember those videos that came out when Google Glass was announced? Like the
God,
one I'm talking
yes.
about was the Battlefield one, where the guy just kind of like he puts on his glasses and loads up the Battlefield like app on his Google Glasses, and then like the game loads, and then like he's basically augmented reality where he's just playing Battlefield in like some this warehouse area, this industrial location in real life.
Yeah, that was not Google Glass, not
No, it was
Yeah,
it was
not
a it was
happening in
it was obviously like it
Yeah,
was just
I
a-
mean, like Google Glass was not that. That
Yeah, no.
concept did not fit Google Glass.
it's just people showing off that they have the latest and greatest in technology. That's kind of dumb. And
Yeah, I
it's kinda
imagine
silly.
later we'll talk about more about VR in general.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. That's,
Speaking of which, I
that's
think
main
Microsoft
takeaway.
I remember Microsoft like announced like they just like we have announced a partnership with Valve VR, and then right after they're like also in relation to VR, Oculus, our controller is
Oculus.
included
That was
with
during the
the
Oculus,
Oculus.
thing, wasn't it?
It was, and then they reiterated it during the conference in
Yeah.
like the Microsoft conference.
Oculus is sponsored by PS4 and Xbox.
Nice. Good work on Facebook's part, I guess.
Also, another thing, talking about controllers.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
That
that's
elite controller.
controller.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's
controller.
$150. Way too rich for my blood.
Yeah, it is a scuff controller basically.
I don't. What is
Yeah.
that? What is that? I've never heard of a scuff controller.
Very
Can you
That is,
explain
moddable.
that is something that's very popular in the Call of Duty crowd.
Hmm
It is
I can
a
tell you all about it.
extremely moddable, extremely customizable controller.
Is it durable? Can you throw it on
Yeah,
the ground when you get
durable.
super salty?
These controllers like this have been around for a while, but they've
Yeah.
always been third-party stuff. It's interesting
Yeah.
to.
They
For
just
my- I
basically
don't
just
know-
made a third-party controller first
I
party.
don't know what their impetus for this is. Like what
Uh,
game they're trying to
impetus?
target.
Esports.
Impetus.
Yeah,
That's a
Esports.
word.
Esports.
It's
Yeah,
pronounced
I would,
awkwardly.
I would say that.
Esports.
I would say that they,
Esports on Xbox
would-
is not really a huge thing.
I would want to say they're probably trying to take over the
I
Call of
don't.
Duty
I don't. Maybe.
thingy.
Taylor, you remember
Game
the
tournament.
tested emails like intro? Was it emails? No, we do the other
Yeah.
thing, emails. Like we should probably do one except for esports.
Oh boy.
Esports? No, we do the other thing.
Esports? Esports.
Esports. Okay. After Microsoft's was
Hold
EA.
up. Backwards compatibility.
That's
That's
yeah,
huge.
that's huge. Yeah.
They built an emulator, guys. Congratulations.
Super cool though, because maybe that can make way for
More
Like-
people to buy Xbox.
well, not that, but like maybe someone could could like break out the emulator and put it on like a computer, because I mean those consoles are basically computers. So
Yeah, since they're all x86.
yeah, they're
Are you
actually
trying to
so-
get to something, James?
Yeah, Xenia emulator, right? Or whatever it's.
It is called a Xenia something.
Yeah.
It is a Xbox 360 emulator for PC.
Yeah. Just a quick tangent. I think the Scott Pilgrim versus the World game, is like confirmed like playable on that emulator, like like perfectly playable.
Weren't you
First
talking
game
about
to
this
work.
literally last night?
Yeah, but it's the podcast now.
Not last night.
Yeah,
Nights ago.
it came out a couple nights ago. So, just a quick tangent. But yes, backwards compatibility. Thoughts? I mean, Window always. Luciano already, expressed his thoughts.
Because
Not
he
super
hates
impressive.
everything that's not a computer.
Or Fallout 4.
Or Fallout 3, you'll give him that too.
Okay.
Give me Fallout 3, man. Don't give me Fallout New Vegas, though.
Yeah, it's a very good thing for them.
They
to
needed
have,
it. They
because
definitely
the PS,
needed
The
it.
PS4's version of backwards compatibility is
Streaming.
bad.
Right? Yeah.
streaming.
Non-existent.
You have to pay for like, it's like the renting stream thing.
On live.
Well, I heard
Yeah.
someone got the opinion of the Sony CEO or whatever, and he was like, I didn't even expect them to be preparing that or having that on stage or anything.
Microsoft caught Sony off
He
guard
was
for
like, I
once.
wasn't expected.
That's refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll boost the Xbox One sales. I don't know. Oh, Taylor, you used to own Xbox 360. Would it, like if you were not
It's
like
right in
on
my
the PC?
closet.
If you were not on the PC now, as like,
Rip TeamSpeak server. This is the recording.
oh
What?
no, I'm recording.
The TeamSpeak server's dying.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
Oh god.
I don't know if you
Just
guys.
keep going until
I'm,
it actually
I hear
dies.
I hear everything fine. So it might be just you, but if you had not, if you weren't on the PC now, like would this incentivize you to buy an Xbox
No.
One, Taylor?
Well, it's less incentivizing because Xbox seems to be bringing a lot of their exclusives to the PC now. So I don't need the Xbox One.
Well, I mean, if you weren't on the PC though, that's what I meant.
Oh, if I just
Yeah, if you're still on the still on the 360 until now.
Absolutely. You always want to be able to play your games with less things.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to hook both of them up to play it. That's going to get a lot of people coming in, because that's a big thing for casual players. Is like, I want the new stuff, but I also want my old stuff.
Yeah. Like it seems so so simple too, because I mean all the previous consoles did it no problem. Like you could play a PlayStation 1 game on your PS3 if you wanted to, probably.
No, yes, you can for
On the original PS3s.
No,
Dude,
actually, this is how it worked. Original piano PS3. Well, like that's what I'm calling it because of its shine. Original piano PS3 could play PS2 games. I don't think it could play PS1 games. PS3 Slim could play PS1 games, but could definitely not play PS2 games.
That's really funny.
Because it could read CD discs, but had trouble reading PlayStation 2 discs.
Oh, because yeah, PS1
is a hardware thing.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Universally good thing, backwards compatibility.
I think so too. EA's conference was after Microsoft's. I was probably looking forward to this the most, just because of one title only, but
Oh, you mean the Minions phone game?
Yes. Super
They are
excited.
making a Minions phone game?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh my god, they're milking that.
Yeah, they're milking it pretty hard.
Or were you looking forward to seeing Pele talk on the beautiful game?
The beautiful game. No, I was actually really excited.
Pretty good, guys.
God.
Fuck you.
I was actually really.
So this is the one conference I didn't watch, so I have no idea what the hell the Hoop God is, other than I know people say the Hoop God constantly.
I don't know who that is either. I was actually super excited about
You know
Plants vs
what
Zombie.
that is missing at the
Garden
Hoop
Warfare.
God?
Oh yeah.
God.
Oh
Take a
sure.
picture.
Sure.
Tell me what this is, please.
Okay, so they
need
did
to know. I need to know my meme.
They did a demo of NBA's, you could take a selfie and
Face
then
tech.
yeah, you put your face in the game. And then they're like, to show it off, here's the famous Hoop God. And then they're like, who is this guy? And then they're acting as if he's
Some Twitter guy at the Hoop God. Yeah, it's like
Let me look this guy up. How do you spell? Is it just the Hoop God?
I think it's spelled the God with a W, GAWD.
yeah.
Oh, God.
GAWD.
Hoop God, you mean? But
Yeah, Hoop God.
I saw the new Need for Speed footage, and I actually kind of liked it because the way they did aftermarket, the way they did aftermarket mods are super cool. It was a nice homage to people who were actual car people. At least I think so. I'm not a car person myself, so obviously that's kind of disingenuous already. But the idea of the specific brand of aftermarket mods were were visible in the game. Because
Can I go on a Hoop God tangent now? Because I'm on his Twitter page.
What's up? What's new about
His
Hoop
E3
God?
badge literally says Hoop God on it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh my Hoop God.
It's THA.
The Hoop God.
The Hoop God. Oh my
And there's a picture of him looking at a wall of Jordans, debating which one he should wear. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Sorry, you can keep going back.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I kind of looked like the new Need for Speed. Apparently, people had problems with the camera, but that was resolved because you could change the camera. But super excited. It looks good.
How about the most interesting thing in the conference?
Oh, you
versus
mean
Zombies.
Plants vs Zombies, Garden Warfare 2. Yeah. Apparently,
The
people.
first game was fine.
or
First
that-
game was fine.
I don't know why they're doing
Or
another
the
one.
Star Wars Old Republic DLC.
Right. I mean, I really
You
want
know
to try that
exactly
out.
why
at some
I'm doing
point.
other ones, because the first one sold.
Yeah.
The only reason they make sequels of anything.
Yeah. What do you think of Mirror's Edge Catalyst from what little we saw?
Looks good.
Looks good.
No
Good-
guns.
No
Good
guns.
thing they
Super
take out
happy
the
about
gun
it.
combat because most people do not like it.
I've been playing Mirror's Edge pretty recently, this past week, just because I was like, oh yeah, by the way, I need to play that. And oh my
You haven't
goodness,
played the original Mirror's Edge.
I didn't finish it. I started it and then didn't finish it.
You.
I know. I have other things to play, man. Like Fallout 3 and New Vegas.
I never saw you
Except
play
Like
that
those.
Fallout. No, I
beating
don't.
us and done that.
Anyways, I was trying to play. I would legitimately just quit the game because I would come across a gun section of the game, like a shooting or fighting section of the game. I'm like, no, I'm not dealing with this right now. It's really bad. I'm glad they're taking it out.
Yeah, the gunplay is pretty shitty. That's why you just run through it.
I prefer to run through it if possible.
Just find a way to run around enemies and make it to the end.
Yeah.
Question:
It
What are
adds
they
more
adding?
challenge.
What are they adding to the new Mirror's Edge?
They're adding the
Open
evil
world.
CEO that looks exactly like their CEO.
Open.
That is true.
Okay. So I'll write what I'll just read what I wrote down. Open world / exploration. No levels or loading screens, and that's all they added.
Does everything
that
have
sounds
to be an
nice.
open world game?
Actually, with
God
Mirror's
damn
Edge, it
it.
might be really good.
Mirror's Edge
Or
might be
really
fun. Mirror's Edge might be really fun in open world, but other games don't need it.
That was
Obviously.
actually the first thing I thought of when I first played the original Mirror's Edge. Like
Open world
I want this in
parkour.
open world.
Yeah, I just want a good parkour simulator. But the big news, obviously, out of EA, most popular news, was Star Wars Battlefront. Thoughts? I thought it looked good.
Look dope.
Looks good graphically. Looks the same as Battlefield.
I would argue that because the gunplay is I feel is a lot different. It's like a lot slower, a lot more arcadey than Battlefield.
Really, it's the same thing. If you point your crosshair in the general direction of an enemy, all the bullets will hit in the very center of the crosshair. And
You've
You're describing
every
every other
first-person
game
shooter.
other than Counter-Strike because that's unique to Counter-Strike.
I know, but it looks very similar. It's like, oh, let's make our trailer so that everyone's conveniently in the same area at the same time, so they get on the screen.
Yeah, that's
Well,
they
that's
gotta-
every
they gotta
trailer.
make a
Again, that's
trailer
every
exciting.
trailer.
No, but let me finish.
It's a tailored demo.
And then when moving, let's not try and actually aim. Let's just sort of aim in their general direction, and hit our shots.
I don't know how this reflects in the game.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the game to me.
But no, like the shots hit when they're not even like remotely accurate.
What do you mean?
I did not
I
notice
don't
that.
know what you're talking about. I
Seems
literally
like they were
don't.
shooting
They
at
weren't
people.
aiming at the enemy at all.
I thought they were. They was in the crosshairs and like
Looked good to me.
looked fine to me. I'm like, I really liked the starfighter section
Oh, yeah.
when they started when the X-wing was kind of like, or the TIE fighter was chasing the X-wing.
Mm-hmm.
The cockpit
no,
looks super good.
Very
I-
arcadey movement.
Yeah, like
Am I-
None of the realism part, which is what we're supposed to get with a
it
Battlefront game.
makes me almost okay that there isn't going to be a new Rogue Squadron anytime soon.
I can try and be as cynical as I want, but as soon as I hear a fucking Star Wars blaster, I go, hooray!
Yeah, that's basically it.
Am I
This is
the
my
one who
fallout
has-
of like Star Wars is my.
Who knows
love
the
this
fact
no matter
there's
what.
like 12 fighters going on in the air, and it's a 40-player battle? How the
But
heck
did you
that-
happen to know what sound those fighters were making?
But
What
there's no way they're gonna have 12 fighters in a 40-player battle.
It might be a small map.
Maybe
Because
AI
they're playing Walker.
fighters.
They were playing Walker Assault, so it's like the equivalent of I guess Rush. So like the maps are going to be smaller for that game mode.
But no Battlefield game had 12 jets on it.
No, you're right.
When did they
I
have
don't.
12 in that? You feel like you're just making
I,
shit up.
I think that was.
I'm exaggerating, but I counted at least 6.
No, that's
Are you-
Okay, that's
Oh,
a
jeez.
huge
like,
exaggeration.
they are
then.
not living up to this number I made up.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
No, but there was at least 6.
welcome to the hype
Six is a
machine,
lot.
boys.
6 is a lot.
There was 6 in
They might have been
Battlefield.
just circling, dude. I'm just saying.
No, they were individual ones. I could tell.
Nah. You can tell by the pixels. I
No,
understand.
no, I counted it'll be like 2 went by, and then a couple seconds later another 2 went by.
Yeah, they did a
No,
circle. They did a circle.
No, it was
Or they
it was
crashed and they
within, it was
respawned.
within 5 seconds.
They crashed and
And-
respawned.
unless they're doing like these little super tight curvatures.
Also-
that would just
yeah,
cause,
the
black holes to form.
the
I don't.
the flying
I
is very
didn't see a black
arcadey.
hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't see a black hole, so
Or Darth Vader
I'm
just moved them with the
disappointed.
Force.
There's
So
no black hole in this game. That's all Star Wars is about.
yeah. Anyways,
Man.
looks really fun. I'll be looking forward to playing it.
Yep.
I think that's it though for EA. I mean, other than how excited I am, there is that co-op that they demoed too.
Yeah.
I mean, people were worried about instant action not being there. Still might not be there, but we'll see.
oh, and You
Well-
forgot the last game of EA, even though I don't anyone cares. Unravel.
Unravel looks very charming.
Yeah,
See,
that's
I
about
didn't
all you
see
can
any
say.
of this. I just know people took pictures
it's a-
of the Arnie.
It's about like a ball of yarn, and like as you move, the yarn kind of falls apart, like kind of unravels from yourself.
Is
So
it a 2D platformer?
You
Yeah,
are not a
3D
bolo. You
platformer,
are a
but-
little
I don't
figure of
care.
yarn.
well, it's 2D. It's like side scrolling, but 3D.
Oh,
So-
it's faux. It's
Faux.
2.5D.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Don't
Can
care.
we just skip the Ubisoft press conference?
I want to.
let's
I
talk
have a couple
about
things. Yeah.
The meme guy.
I honestly, I can't. I don't want to talk about the Ubisoft press conference. It's
Well,
too
we do.
cringeworthy.
We do. So
I do.
It's too cringeworthy.
I have one game I want to talk about.
let's talk about it.
Go
Then. For Honor.
All right.
Are you serious?
so-
That's the game you want to talk about?
Or
the
was this-
Ubisoft one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. For Honor looks
I
great.
don't care about. I don't care about Wildlands. I mean, it's just more
I
Ubisoft
thought you.
shooter.
I thought you were. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, and Siege, we've already seen plenty of stuff. It's just a shooter. So let's see. For Honor, I like this trend of melee combat focused games that actually do more than hit and block, where you actually have to change your stance, whether for
This
your
looks
sword
like
to be.
Mountain Blade to me.
It looks like a melee MOBA.
I wouldn't
no,
really
it's
say
more
it's
like
MOBA.
Melee Titanfall, where there's like AI around you, but
Well,
there's a few
Titanfall
players.
is sort of a MOBA.
It's
Sort
not
of.
a no.
What?
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
let's see.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
There's abilities in.
There's abilities in every goddamn game's ever been made.
And there's
Okay.
AI, and there's a lot of similarities. There's
There have been
your-
games like
your
this.
auto attack, which is your gun.
No,
Okay, okay.
my goodness, this
Okay,
is
okay,
horrible.
Okay,
This is
Luciano,
horrible.
Luciano. Okay, there have been games. It's sort of like this have been made before that were not called MOBAs, but when MOBAs got popular, that's when people called everything a MOBA. Like technically, MOBA means what? Multiplayer online battle.
Battle
That
action
stands for pretty much everything. Like
Well, no,
Battlefront could be a
Titanfall had a lot
MOBA.
of similarities to MOBA.
Battlefield
Battlefront
is a
could be
MOBA.
CS:GO could be.
Battlefront is a
any
MOBA.
multiplayer game could be a
Do you want me to
MOBA.
do a fart noise again, or do we just?
Uh-oh.
No.
Another one for posterity.
I'm good.
Okay.
So where was I? For Honor. Yeah, stances. You could actually aim where your sword would go, and you could block.
Meaningful
That sounds
sword
great.
play. That sounds great. Yeah, it looks really
Wait,
good
wait,
too. Hmm.
People had positive impressions of it on the floor.
I thought it looked pretty good.
The only Ubisoft game that I would actually think of buying. Oh well, I actually already bought Assassin's Creed, so that doesn't count anymore.
You
but
already bought Assassin's Creed?
2.
Wow.
it went on sale yesterday, so.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
Wow.
Are you?
No,
I-
would not
I've-
ever pre-order
That
Assassin's Creed,
Syndicate
especially.
demo looked like really boring to me.
Yeah,
It looked like more Unity, which is not a good thing.
yeah. I just want to talk about Ghost Recon Wildlands. I just want to say rest in peace, Ghost Recon, as I knew it.
I've literally muted
were-
the press conference during that and all tabbed.
You were stabbed by Ubisoft when Future Soldier came out, and then you died with Wildlands.
You weren't ghosty enough. They found you and they fucking stabbed you to death.
Yeah.
In the Wildlands.
Have you guys ever played? Have you guys played Future Soldier?
No.
No.
Campaign's decent. I had a fair amount of fun, but there's a lot of crap you have to go through. It's unoptimized. It's very on rails. Not fun. But there are some cool parts though. Like you have because you're part of a squad and you command your squad. So like think Republic Commando, where you get your squad to do things with you, and then you could
My
coordinate.
ears perk up.
Yeah. And then what's cool is that you could assign targets to your squad mates, and then you all pick targets as you sneak up to like this enemy fortification, and then when you shoot, every one of your teammates shoot, and you drop like 4 or 5 guys at the same time. Pretty good feeling. Hopefully we'll get more of that in Wildlands, but right now, like as soon as they said open world, I don't want Ubisoft to do any more open world things. I just don't.
Speaking of which, Division.
Oh yeah. But I just wanted to say one more thing about like Ghost Recon Wildlands. I swear, like if if they make me climb a tower in Ghost Recon Wildlands to like uncover more
Oh
of
yeah,
the
it's
map,
Ubisoft. It's gonna be an open world game.
Yeah, dude,
open
it's
world
gonna
game
have
with
that.
towers where you have to
You better be
unlock part of the
ready for
map.
it.
Get ready
It's-
to climb towers in South Park.
Yeah,
Okay, if they did that, it would have
No,
it
in
would
Just
have a
Dance.
joke about
in
it.
Just Dance, you're gonna climb towers. In
Climb
real
tower.
life, you're gonna have to go outside
You
and
score
go
more
climb
points
a
the
fucking
higher
tower.
you are elevation wise.
You have to do some pose on top of a satellite tower.
you know how people complain about pay to win? Just Dance will
Climb
be
to win.
climb to win. Okay, so
Ubisoft presents Just Climb.
So, did you guys see anything new about the Division? Because
Even
like I didn't
Rainbow
really
Six.
No.
like
About
the
the-
new, I didn't see anything new about the
Basically,
Division.
the fact that it's gonna be WoW. It's gonna have a PvP area.
There's a PvP area, yeah.
I think isn't the whole thing a PvP area?
Yeah, yeah. I still
I
don't really
feel
know.
like I know nothing about that game.
I still, yeah, I don't like.
They're
Is it
hiding
all
It's
multiplayer?
smoking beers.
Yeah,
Scared.
all multiplayer with I believe AI characters. But people said that let's see, the biggest problem with this is it's going to have the same issue as DayZ. People are going to act 100% aggressive besides a handful that will act nice and help everyone. The only people they'll trust is their own friends, and if what the Division's trailer has seemed to imply, you're gonna betray your own friends anyway. So
I actually I kind of like that. Like it was very realistic. It's like all right, I'm just gonna steal. I'm just gonna be like I'm gonna be a dick to everybody just so I could get their loot.
There's nothing realistic about that demos. I'm covering your back. We're coming in from the north.
That reminds me of the first Division demo where they're super polite
That
to each
reminds you
other.
of every single Ubisoft demo. Like the fucking Rainbow Siege. Rainbow Six
Oh,
Siege was the exact
God.
same thing.
Got one.
actually, well, the Siege one was probably a bit more realistic than this one.
It was
Man down.
so hokey, dude.
That is true.
I
No one
mean,
plays like that.
we do okay in Counter Strike though. It's like I'm down. There's a
But
guy
we're not-
coming.
We don't. It's more like that. Just none of that felt natural in any way at all.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll move on. Sony. Anything you guys want to talk about in Sony? Kingdom Hearts 3.
Lots of fan service.
Where?
And all of its stuff. That
Oh,
no
did you
one
ask
really
where
cares
there was
about.
fan service?
Last-
He doesn't.
I
He doesn't
didn't-
know.
I
He
didn't
doesn't know
see
where.
this anywhere.
But it's
Oh,
there.
dude,
You
you know
know.
nothing about this?
I mean, I
I know
know
nothing
about
about-
Kingdom Hearts 3, Horizon
Okay.
Zero Dawn, Hitman, Street Fighter 5. I've
But-
seen
but-
trailers. I did not see the actual conference.
So what
But
what do
really,
you
it's lots
expect
of- it's
fans
lots of
would yell at Sony
it's lot-
about for what they
Oops.
want in the press
Yeah,
conference?
It's,
Name, let's
it's
just
like
say three
Last
things.
Guardian,
Oh, you
Final
ruined
Fantasy
it. You
VII,
just ruined it.
Shenmue
Okay.
3. Who cares?
People
I was gonna
do.
ruin
People
the social
do.
experiment for Max and see if he could guess all the crazy shit.
And Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Too little,
Eh.
too late
Nobody cares.
And
that they took it from
And some-
Xbox.
Uncharted insert number here.
Yeah, we didn't. There's a reason why we didn't highlight those in the document, in the
Didn't
show
even write
notes.
Uncharted in
And-
here.
And
That's how little we
Great
figured.
game by Media Molecule.
That's also not written here, as far as I know.
Just Cause 3.
Yeah,
looks
Dreams
good.
looks. I like.
Oh,
Just
Dreams?
Cause 3
Oh, it's
is.
going
Oh, so we're
to-
skipping Sony entirely. All right.
I don't want to skip Sony.
Wait, we're skipping Sony and
No.
Nintendo?
No, well, hold
Yeah,
on. We're not
also
done
Nintendo's
yet.
later.
We're not done yet.
Okay.
No, there's a little
Okay.
bit of Nintendo. There's a little bit of Nintendo.
Oh, it's the second page.
That's when we crush Luciano's dreams. But what do you want to talk about in Sony? Dreams, right?
What? Me?
Dreams looks
Well,
cool.
no, Taylor. Oh, okay.
It's a nice little toolbox. It's a very unique, creative thing.
It's
We
Little
need
Big
more-
Planet 3.0.
No, it looks more like trying to like a storybook thing than a.
Yeah.
Wait, it's unique, and I always applaud things that are new and unique.
Yeah. I mean, sure, it could be bad later, but for now, you have me intrigued. Firewatch looks
Alright.
pretty cool. Like,
So Firewatch is I bought a Firewatch T-shirt the day that it got announced.
wow.
So
What
that's
is
where I'm at.
Firewatch?
It
I
is-
didn't even write
it's-
notes on this.
It's like a kind of like an adventure game with systems is how they say it. It's not like a point and click. It's a story that you're unraveling. There's some kind of light puzzle stuff, and it's a
Yeah.
lot about exploration.
Yeah.
And it's from the two main writers of this are the two main writers of season 1 of the Walking Dead video game.
Super good.
Nels Anderson, the lead game designer from Mark of the Ninja, is working on this game.
Oh.
Ollie Moss did the famous Star Wars posters. is the art direction in this game. It has a lot of clout behind the indie game.
A lot of good names in that.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of most of those people.
The trailer will
And
let the.
And it kind of feels like, I'm sure they wouldn't agree with this, but it feels like a natural progression from Gone Home.
Yeah, the trailer looks kind of spooky at the end. It's like, then who's in your tower?
Yeah, and it's about a mystery. The game's about a mystery.
But
and there's so many player choice of like every little thing in the game. There's a main storyline, but there's so many ways to tweak it in your own little personal touch.
Yeah. But then who was Walkie Talkie?
This is a. I do want to say something. Okay, have you finished with Firewatch?
Yeah. I think
Kingdom
so.
Hearts 3. I'm not interested in it, although a lot of people. I just want to say one thing.
They
I was
showed
right
literally nothing.
about. I was right about that. I seen footage before in which they were riding a flying roller coaster to fight this giant. I told you I saw something before, and I was right. So there. Suck it.
Well, combining the Kingdom Hearts stuff from PlayStation and Square Enix press conferences, they literally showed nothing. It was like, you could have showed me any Kingdom Hearts game.
It could have been, they blend together.
It could have been Kingdom Hearts 2 for all you're telling me, if I hadn't played it. Like,
yeah, I don't care about Kingdom Hearts, and I'm baffled that people do.
I care about Kingdom Hearts.
Why?
But you can't,
Tell
like,
me what.
you're not showing me anything
I
that's
need
like,
another
oh
Pet
my
Rock.
god, it's a new Kingdom Hearts game, it's got this new feature, and it's like, you're showing me the same Kingdom Hearts game we've been playing since, forever.
That's because it's been years since the last main Kingdom Hearts game. I guess the
They
fans
skipped
will want it
PS3.
regardless.
They skipped PS3, so. I mean, like, there's some games
they
that
at least showed off like a new feature or something like.
there's some games.
There's no new
didn't do that.
feature.
They
It's just
showed
Kingdom
off-
Hearts.
No, there's
They're
some-
all the
They're
same.
just like, oh, here's some generic gameplay in this generic area of us fighting some generic enemies that have been in every Kingdom Hearts game.
I mean, I guess you could say that a lot of things though, because like, hey, you're on Hoth shooting stormtroopers again. Whoop-de-doo.
You're literally in a grassy valley fighting Heartless, which are the main enemy of every Kingdom Hearts game.
So they're saying, hey, this is a Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
that's all
it
people
says.
are
That's all it
asking for.
says.
That's all people are asking for though. So like, yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's anything wrong with that.
But it didn't show anything. It didn't show anything. It was just like,
They don't
oh,
need
yeah,
to.
Kingdom
They don't
Hearts.
need to.
Just
It's
fucking buy it if you like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, there's some games that they don't. You don't need to worry about gameplay. They just like, it's the next in the series. I mean, I'm not saying that's a good thing, but that's some games.
Sort of like
That's
the same
how some
thing
games
with
are.
all the Final Fantasy remakes.
I mean, oh yeah, they're making a new Final Fantasy
Oh,
VII.
that would actually.
Not bad.
No, never mind.
I mean, I don't play Final Fantasy, so I wish I
That
could be as
would
excited
actually
about the
be-
people.
That would actually be a good segue, though.
Yeah.
Why am I mentioning this? We said not to do. Okay.
Just Cause 3.
Screw
Just Cause
this
3.
conference.
Just Cause 3. It looks
Wait,
phenomenal.
we're
What
skipping
else?
the Nintendo press conference.
No, we'll get
No,
to
no,
that.
no.
We'll get to that after Square
It's
Enix.
It's
James-
underneath Square Enix.
It's yeah.
No, it's before Square Enix. I
Not
watched
my
it in
show
order.
notes. My
I
show.
watched it in order. I wrote them down in order.
My show. Just Cause 3 looks great.
It's the same thing as Just Cause 2.
It's
Not
more.
exactly.
They just said
Just with
It's
more
thumbs
graphics.
up.
Just Cause 3, but more, and that's all people want. So, like,
Multi-grappling hook is no
multi-grappling
longer
hook.
mod. It's an actual feature. There's also destructible environments, and James, just you go because you highlighted it.
right? I mean, there's like, destructible environments were pretty cool actually, because the way they did it was pretty, like the way in the gameplay demo, like they're like, okay, we're gonna take down this tower, but we're gonna save the head of the statue, and then we'll use it as a wrecking ball. I thought that was just like, that basically like exemplifies how crazy the game's gonna be. And then the explosions were like really huge. Like, I've never seen such huge explosions in a video game, and like I'm talking as a veteran from Star Fox 64. Like,
that's your
like,
reference for video game explosions.
like those explosions were huge, man. As a
It's a
kid.
Nintendo 64 game.
Speaking of Star Fox, though, Nintendo demoed the new Star Fox, and it looks exactly the same
That
as the
was
Nintendo
shitty
64.
segue ever.
Alright, moving on.
Star Fox
Bro.
0 out of 10.
Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Let's keep going.
What do you guys like? I really like the Star Fox series, except Star Fox Command, which was horrible.
Or
Like Star
Adventures.
Fox Adventure.
Star Fox Adventures I did not like either. Yeah.
From what I've heard,
It was not even supposed to be a Star Fox game.
from what I've heard, the new Star Fox's games are really the new one that they
The one
showed
that
off,
hasn't come out.
has pretty shitty controls. It just feels weird to play. What
Controversial.
I've heard.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I think people have forgotten how Star Fox games handled at this point, so.
No, I mean just like it's awkward having to aim with the Wii U controller.
Oh.
While
Yeah.
moving your
Yeah.
plane on the TV.
Yeah,
with...
while playing on the TV. Yeah.
I don't think I'll be using like the Wii U controller for that. I'll be using like
Well,
the
you have
GameCube.
to for precise movements.
That was like the Wii U control thing. That was basically the beginning of concept for Star Fox Zero. That was where the pre alpha footage started with Miyamoto using the Wii U camera controls.
And the graphics don't look like they've progressed since then.
They look worse than a lot of GameCube games.
Another
Which
thing
has to be intentional.
Another notable thing about the Nintendo conference was the slap in the face to all Metroid fans everywhere. Metroid Prime, Federation Force.
It's going to be a side story.
It
just
looks
like Hunters.
absolutely terrible. It does not deserve the
It's gonna be a side
Metroid
story
name.
Just like Hunters.
Yeah, but like, no one wanted
Get
that.
it?
Okay. Look, at least Hunters kept the visual design of the original Prime games. This one
This is some
looks
chibi
like-
crap that like it
This
looks
is like
horrible.
the Halo Reach to Halo 3.
No,
Or-
this is like
it's
this is like
worse. It's
this
much
is
worse.
this is like Halo
No, 'cause
Spartan
Halo Reach
Assault
looked
to Halo
nothing
Reach.
or not Halo Reach, Halo ODST is what I meant.
No, this
the
is like
Halo ODST at least kept the actual visual consistent.
No,
this
but what I'm saying
this is like-
this is like The Incredibles compared to Metroid Prime.
no, what I'm saying is like the difference is because of who you're playing as. Like the UI changes, how your guns look, everything changes because of who you are. Your
But
Federation troopers.
at least the design was consistent. It still kept the same aesthetic. You were still fighting enemies that looked the same as they did in Halo 3. With this, it might as well not be Metroid Prime in any sort of connection. It doesn't look the same.
no one asked
Yeah,
for it.
thank
They
God.
wanted a new Metroid game that was like, actual Metroid, like side scrolling, like platformer.
I don't know. I'm fine with the new Metroid game as long
I
as
am
it's
not.
Metroid.
I don't like it.
You know,
That's
I'm pretty sure the only reason why they call it Metroid
plus I
Prime.
called it. I called it. You
yeah.
have to say that
In the worst way
everyone said
possible.
There was gonna be a new Metroid Prime game, and I'm like, fuck all y'all. There's a Metroid Prime game coming out tomorrow.
And just to
Okay,
spite you, they
that's
made
fine.
it. And then just to spite you, they made it the worst Metroid Prime ever.
Okay, and also a few more things. I'm
Legend of Zelda.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, skipping it.
Legend of Zelda.
There was
No,
nothing
it's
at
gonna be
E3. There was nothing at
They
E3.
completely skipped it.
Triforce.
Oh,
Triforce.
whatever.
Oh,
Okay, I got two things to say about
Metroid.
Metroid.
Four Swords Adventures. It was an
Mm,
awesome game.
I got two things to talk about Federation Force.
oh yeah,
One,
go ahead.
it does not. I'm pretty sure they only put in the Metroid Prime name just so that Metroid fans will buy it because it doesn't look anything like it. Two, it's not a Retro Studios game, so maybe that's good news because that means that Retro Studios hasn't gone to crap.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, now you
Metroid-
talk about your Zelda
read,
stuff.
I read an interview saying if they would be working on a Metroid Prime game,
It's for the
for-
NX. It's for the next
Yes,
for the
Nintendo
NX,
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, like they're not even considering Federation Force as like the next Metroid Prime game.
Well, no, it's not. It's a side game. I told you that. Side
It's
game. just
it's
like
an
the
awful
DS
version of a side game.
I don't. Still not good. We're getting
So
very
you're Zelda?
cynical very fast.
Your Zelda.
Legend of Zelda looks good. Looks like a good sequel to Four Swords.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Moving
okay, so
on.
what's next on Nintendo? Animal Crossing.
No, we skipped the rest. I skipped the rest. None of it really interested us. People were getting mad
Oh
about
no, the
amiibos.
3DS Mario. The 3DS Mario.
I still
There
don't
was a
care.
3DS Mario.
Yeah, Paper Mario combined with Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
It is. It looks
Also,
awesome.
Mario Maker and the Wii U looks really good.
Maker. Yeah. I didn't find anything in the Nintendo conference super exciting, but I mean, I've fallen off the Nintendo wayside.
Metroid
so
Prime was the only thing I found exciting. And Legend of Zelda, I guess.
We're all shaking our heads. You can't see it. Like even the listener, the one listener
know.
is shaking their head right now, like, oh,
You mean
dude, come on.
Max? He's already in the call.
No, never mind.
He is the one viewer.
Never mind.
Well, I'm the only subscriber on YouTube right
Yeah.
now. Please, people, more people.
Alright.
I freaking. Does
Oh, yeah.
my YouTube link mean nothing? Well, yeah, because I only get like 5 viewers. All right, so this is giving me PTSD, like Rising Storm to Vietnam.
That's bad. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. 1,000 pixel stare.
He's too proud of that. He's too proud of that.
So at the PC Gaming Show, Tripwire, along with
Literally
talking
nothing
about
besides Rising Storm and No Man's Sky. TLDR done.
Rising Storm 2 looked pretty good. I really liked Rising Storm and Red Orchestra 2. So we'll see how this turns out, because like it's got more automatic weapons than ever before. Because I know Rising Storm had automatic weapons and it did fine, but for Red Orchestra like you kind of wrote like that like frontline battles. Those kind of relied on non-automatic weapons like bolt action and semi-auto, because that kind of sets the pacing for the game. But and even if you play Rising Storm, it'll be a lot faster. Like right now, like it's a lot more faster paced than the original Red Orchestra. So we'll see how this turns out, because it's going to be a lot more automatic weapons, and that'll affect the pacing of the game a lot more. Super excited though. Any other thoughts, Taylor?
Yeah, same stuff. We need to talk about Gears of War.
No, we don't. No, we don't. It's
The fact that they're putting the effort to make a Gears of War after they're actually sort of looking at maybe supporting PC, maybe, quote unquote, maybe.
What do you mean? Maybe they're making the Gears of War remaster.
No, but
for
I'm
PC.
saying Microsoft's commitment, quote unquote. I'm saying maybe they're supporting it, and if they're making Gears of War 1, that opens up the opportunity for us to get Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3.
And maybe something else that everyone on PC wanted.
What?
Sunset Overdrive?
I was thinking something that
Halo?
oh gosh.
Hmm.
You ruined it.
Yeah.
You ruined it.
Destroy.
I literally didn't know. I was just guessing.
Oh, jeez.
Halo's not going to come to PC until it really dies down.
Yeah. I can't see it coming around.
They need something. They need something to try and sell the console to people.
Have you guys seen any gameplay footage of Deus Ex: Mankind Divided?
I seen like 5-10 minutes.
I saw a little bit of it, and I also watched the interview. You know, the
The interview is a bad movie.
Pretty bad movie. I don't like it.
It is the edgiest game ever.
Okay. I'm going to address this
Mechanical
right now. I'm going to
apartheid.
address this right now before you get any
Mechanical
further.
Apartheid. Illuminati in the game.
Okay, so
Hacker activists, aka those 4chan people. It's so edgy.
Are you kidding me? Okay, all right, let James.
Hacker
Okay, let James talk.
activists,
I
aka
can't tell
those
if you're
4chan
being
people.
sarcastic
It's so
when you call it
edgy.
edgy. Are you
I'm
being
not.
for real
I'm
here?
not.
it's cyberpunk, so like that's kind of the point. Right?
We never asked for this.
Yes.
Oh,
Thanks,
jeez.
Adam Jensen.
That's all we gotta say about this Deus Ex. We never asked for it.
Actually,
People-
I
Actually, some
really
people
like
probably did.
Deus Ex. It's like
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
we didn't ask for something this edgy.
no, that's not the point though. That's not the point though, because that's the point of cyberpunk. It's supposed to be super like crazy conspiracy theory stuff. Like that's the point of it. It's
Yeah,
like
this is over the edge. They literally added in Illuminati.
Do you want to watch Over the Edge? It's like I played Shadowrun last night. I played Shadowrun a couple weeks ago, and they're like, you know what? There's something bigger than the Illuminati. It's called the Lodge. It controls the Illuminati, the Masons, everybody. So like,
Yeah,
to me,
that's
like this doesn't none of this phases me. Like it's like it's just
Yeah,
like
that's it. It's Cyberpunk 101.
it's cyberpunk. It's like cyberpunk. Yeah, cyberpunk 101. Conspiracies are everywhere in cyberpunk. Like that shouldn't surprise you in cyberpunk. Like you're not supposed to write it off as edgy because that's what it is. Like that's cyberpunk. So, like
It's a ladder that does not stop when you keep climbing up.
yeah, but gameplay wise, it looks very smooth. A lot like the shooting mechanics are a lot like smoother than
Actually,
Human
looks
Revolution.
like combat.
Yeah, it actually looks like combat. Like Human Revolution kind of was like it was kind of choppy. It didn't really feel like it's like, oh, by the way, I'm shooting. Okay, that was dumb. That's continue sneaking around. It looks really good though. I'm very excited to see how it turns out when it comes out. Taylor, thoughts?
About
Deus Ex.
I never played the Human
Okay.
Revolution or the first one.
Okay, just impression, like general impressions.
I
then?
don't like stealth games.
Right.
Oh yeah,
That-
that
that
is
kinda
true.
kills me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Okay, yeah.
Well, you
I
can
think
play it both ways.
Yeah, you can play both ways in Deus Ex.
It's
So.
it's meant to be a stealth game.
Well, like this new Deus Ex, it looks like
It
it
embraces
would feel
combat
better,
a lot more.
feel better with actual combat now instead of stealth. Unlike the last one, which combat was clunky.
Yeah, for sure.
So you might be able to play it as a full-on action game.
Okay. Killer Instinct for PC, more PC, like more Xbox titles announced for PC. We'll probably continue seeing this trend for a while.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
because Microsoft is pushing Windows 10 like crazy right now.
Oh
They're
yeah,
trying
for
to push
sure.
it as a PC gaming thing.
Yeah. Well, they say that every time, but we'll see how it
No,
turns out.
but they're putting money where their mouth is by porting their exclusive games to it.
That's what I was saying about the Gears of War thing.
Yeah. Did you guys check out the demo for Enter the Gungeon?
I did
Oh
see
yes,
some footage.
that looked pretty nice.
It looked really fun. It was like
Let
a.
me find that. Where
It's
is it
like
right
it's
Dude,
like a.
it's early access right now. You guys can play it. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I think
It's been
so.
around for a while.
It's like a dungeon crawler, but you have guns and
The
it's like
bullet
bullet
hell
hell.
dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool concept. I like the idea.
It sounds like Nuclear Throne,
Is it?
but in a dungeon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Someone highlighted Kingdom Come Deliverance.
That would be me. But that's in the other. Are we not going to... Have we ran out of stuff in the PC gaming show?
Yeah, because we
I
covered
want to
Sam
talk
stuff.
about in general.
Unless you want to
about
talk
it.
about Take on Mars, aka Bohemia's next buggy game, or Beyond Eyes, aka Dora Explorer getting trapped in the painting.
Actually, it would be Swiper who swiped off her eyes.
A lot of salt. A
I
lot of
actually wrote
salt.
something about Swiper. I said also Swiper stole Dora the Explorer's lunch.
Yep.
I include that in my note.
Yeah.
Swiper, no swiping.
I just want to talk about the PC gaming show in general.
Yeah, you didn't like it that much, did you, Taylor?
We were
shitty.
excited when this was announced. As like, look, everyone's getting the press conference now. PC gaming's getting the press conference.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No,
they're
it's
not.
not. It's more like, hey
It's
guys, we're
false
here too.
advertising.
Yeah.
It was like a talk show.
It was a talk
like,
show type deal.
State
Yeah.
of the
I
state of the platform.
they should have communicated that better.
It's really, really boring.
Yeah. Instead, you should force everyone to make a speech or whatever they want to talk about, get a presentation ready.
Yeah, Day
and
9
just
did not
have
need to be there.
and have everyone just come on stage. Day 9 would be there, but he'd be like, the Phil Spencer, the guy who introduces everyone.
Yeah,
That's
they-
that's a
each-
that's a conference then. That's not.
Yeah,
the
that's
PC,
what it
yeah.
should have been.
Yeah,
They
maybe.
literally he had like, here, I have a question and I'm clearly reading off of this card, and then the developer has a answer that they clearly thought of beforehand, or sometimes didn't, and it got really awkward. It was just like, we're talking like 4 sentences about each game. Nothing. We know nothing. We're getting nothing from this. It just feels like it's filling time the entire time for like, I don't know what was announced here. Other things are coming to the PC was the main thing, I guess.
That's
Also,
the
we
main
don't need-
focus.
We don't need every game coming to PC to be on this show.
I didn't like that either. Yeah, like why were like Dirty Bombs devs coming out? It was like an advertisement more than like anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, not only that,
obviously
but,
E3 is
like,
like a giant advertisement,
There's
but
just some games that just like why no one who's going to be watching this. It's the same problem that every press conference suffers from, but like this one suffered the worst from it. Of the games, no one who's watching this one cares about.
like
American
wait.
Truck Simulator.
What simulator?
I would
Euro Truck Simulator is a huge
super
game.
popular.
no,
Yeah.
It's a huge game, but no one who's going to be watching E3 is going to care whether or not their game that has a sequel every year or a DLC that comes out every
The
few
Germans will care.
months,
The Germans.
or is going to be watching E E3.
I don't know, and
like-
they talked about a popular PC game on a PC gaming show.
I think I think that was
Or-
acceptable.
Radical.
Or like all the games that were at every other conference already that have nothing to new to announce.
I
Like,
agree
I
with
don't
that.
know.
That was
Yeah,
kind of pointless.
Like,
that's-
I don't know,
pretty pointless.
Hitman or like let's see, Tacoma.
Then
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing new at Tacoma at all.
Yeah.
Even on the
Yeah.
site for that game, it was just like, yep, we're doing this.
Oh, Planet Coaster was
Thanks,
announced
bye.
though. Planet Coaster was announced. That was kind of cool. New
Actually,
Spiritual successor to Roller Coaster Tycoon, I suppose.
that reminds
Uh,
me.
Missing or James, did you catch what the name of the Arma 3 DLC was called?
Yeah, Soma.
Tanoa.
Tanoa, sorry.
Tanoa?
Tanoa is the
Okay,
new
I was just
island.
wondering what the name was because I wrote 3 names here for it and I don't know which one it is.
It's Tanoa.
Because I wrote Arma 3 Colombian Drug Lord Smash.
No, that's
Tanoa
that's
DLC, and then Arma 3 Tahoe DLC.
that's Ghost. That's Matanui.
why I
It's
laughed.
Matanui, not Tahu. Thank you very much.
What
Oh,
about
actually, Matanui is more metropolitan, as the name states. Matanui
I
has
have
less.
no idea where.
Let's say we're talking about
Saying
bionicles.
actual words
We're talking about
right now.
bionicles.
Bionicles.
We're talking about Bionicle. You know, that would have been something awesome for them to announce. A Bionicle game.
And
The
Bionicle
one that
RPG.
actually looks
What-
like the old Bionicles, not the new
What
one.
year
know-
is it?
That's what I want. I want a Bionicle game. Someone get on that.
You mean Matanui
No.
online game too? That was really
Alright,
fun, actually.
No, guys.
Please give us a retro Matanui, not this new crap.
I'm literally falling asleep right now.
Okay, so I see that you wrote Eve Valkyrie in the PC Gaming Show. Was that announced for PC? I thought that was PS4 exclusive.
No. I'm pretty
No.
sure that was a PC. I thought it was PC
That's
first.
PC exclusive.
Yeah, it's a VR thing. So
Yeah, it's a
B-
VR
like,
thing.
I'm-
It's platform agnostic for VR.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
know that
sure.
was on the PC Gaming Show. I saw that.
Because
Yeah.
the first Eve
I don't know
Valkyrie
what
thing,
was
I'm
there,
pretty sure I
but-
saw for the Morpheus, and like the last Eve spin-off was PS3 exclusive.
No, it's on PC.
Okay, alright.
They showed you flying around for a few minutes doing absolutely nothing.
It was the exact same as whatever. Alright.
Day 9 almost broke a $800 graphics card.
Oh yeah.
AMD's new Fury cards, like plus that dual GPU monster that looks crazy and really hot, but we'll see how that turns out. Reviews
and,
come out probably in like, I think they're probably out now.
Yeah, probably. Dean Hall admitted that he abandoned DayZ, and then the DayZ devs came on later and said that they're pretty much still in pre-alpha, and then they said they're going to try and get to the beta by the end of the year. And
Oh,
everyone
God.
laughed.
Yeah, Daisy is not looking in like a good shape right now, but what could you
Still
do?
popular. People love
Still
it.
popular, yeah.
Really? I thought the hype went away.
I mean,
Yeah, but there's still people playing it.
yeah. Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Like,
Alright.
screw-
What
do
were
you
you
think?
saying, James? Luciano?
Nothing.
Okay,
Oh.
Kingdom Come Deliverance. Pretty much more the same as I would have said with For Honor, but let's see. Instead of the 3 or 4 points stance thing with For Honor, this is 5 points and a middle, which you stab. Yeah, so let's see. 5 points, one for each limb, and the middle for the torso, in which you could decide to slash or to stab, and you could also change your stance so that you would hold your sword by the blade and hammer at them with the crossguard. So they are focusing much on realism for the combat, and this game will be also much more open world. You want to be a smith? Just do that.
It's
What?
that really big medieval RPG, right?
Using the Cry engine?
Yeah.
I am, well, besides the fact that my computer couldn't run that, I am excited that a game like that would come out because I like games that have focus on extensive melee combat that isn't combos like DMC, like actual combat instead
Meaningful
of
combat, yeah.
Skyrim, which is slash block slash. Yeah.
I understand. Cool. Yeah, For Honor and Kingdom Come Deliverance fight, but with very complicated sword strokes.
Not exactly complicated. You lock onto your enemy, then you move your mouse to like, because a 5-star thing, like, it's an actual star that appears in front of your enemy, and you move your mouse to select which points you want to hit. So it's very simple. It's complex but simple, not complicated.
Okay.
And the last thing I think we have really talked about, since we were talking about Take on Mars, is Blizzard.
Blizzard
about
has,
that?
has an
an
expansion
expansion
announced for
for
Heroes of the Storm.
and they showed off Legend of the Void.
Legacy of the Void.
Or Legacy of the Void.
Honestly,
Whatever.
I didn't care
Is
about
that
the Blizzard
StarCraft?
stuff. Yeah.
I
I didn't
mean,
care
if
about
they
the
showed something new
StarCraft
for
stuff.
StarCraft, that would have been cool, but they didn't. So
Oh, yeah.
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 We're not hitting the 2-hour mark quite yet, but we're getting close. So
We can talk more about Fallout 4.
no, we're just gonna
VR.
VR.
It's the future. We can't just ignore it. This
We can't
podcast.
ignore the
Yeah, we
future.
can. Yeah, we can.
We've
You
been
guys
doing it
really
for
don't
decades.
think VR is anything?
No, I actually want to talk about it for a
I
sec.
honestly, I couldn't care less. This is
What's-
like
Nice.
this is Generation 1.
What's
Generation 2, actually.
what's new in VR for E3, Taylor? Fill us in.
Well, it's actually now that it's getting closer to release dates. There's actually more of actual games rather than just kind of small demos.
Sony had a really
There are
fun.
still
I
plenty of demos.
didn't know of any games besides Valkyrie and Minecraft.
Minecraft
Well,
is
there's
being had VR.
it's more
That's
like
the
indie
HoloLens.
stuff. It's
Yeah.
there's not a ton of giant developer stuff because the indies are more. It's easier for them to take up something than it takes a lot of resources for a large developer to mess around with this. And they're not gonna do it until it's financially viable. But the indies are gonna do it because they love it. But
So-
just like everything that everyone always says about VR is you're not gonna understand it until you try it,
I think
and it's
that's
really hard to
definitely
sell to
true.
people because of that.
Yeah.
And I just listen to so many people that just try it and fall in love immediately. It's like
They need to do more public demos for people.
if
to try
you
out.
guys know Jeff Gersman, he's been doing video games journalism since 1999, and he's
No
one of
idea
the
who
most
that is.
he's one of the most jaded men in video games at this point.
Not when
where
not,
he's just-
not
he's-
Luciano.
Oh,
Not Total
So
Biscuit.
second.
Oh,
Total
second.
Biscuit's pretty cynical.
Yeah,
Uh,
you
he's
got
also
Total
British.
Biscuit, man.
But people described him after going through a couple of VR demos as seeing a ghost in the way that he was like shaken, and it was such a different thing that it was just I don't know.
I'm
Everyone is like
I don't know.
losing
everyone
their
did that
minds over
with,
this.
with the latest 3D stuff, and then everyone's like, "Meh, it's 3D now."
I don't
Oh,
think
maybe
people.
it's
I
'cause
don't
I
think people. I
have-
don't think
maybe
people
it's
like
'cause I
3D
know-
much in the first
When,
place.
when,
It's
when
'cause
we-
I know Jeff
when-
Gersman
when the,
more, but,
when the
like-
black glasses came out for 3D, people were like, "Oh my god, that this is
I
the
have
next
no
big
idea
thing
what you're
don't-
talking
I-
about.
of 3D."
I don't think people were that
I honestly
excited
have
about
no idea what you're
3D.
talking about.
No one cares.
The
about
black
3D.
light, like in theaters, like when
Yeah, in theaters.
what was that movie called? Avatar came out. Those
Yeah.
glasses.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That 3D.
Oh,
Everyone was
this
like,
is-
"Oh my god, this is gonna be so amazing," and then, yeah, that's how I feel. with VR.
this
I
is
mean,
a lot bigger difference than just black sunglasses.
It's a
Polarized.
similar
Actually,
sort
they
of
have to be
thing.
polarized.
It's
I
a
believe.
visual trickery to.
Not trickery.
Well, there's
It-
head
it-
tracking too. Head tracking is a big thing in VR. So
The
Right.
stereoscopic 3D thing, it's like now true 3D as opposed to
How
If you
can it be
listen
to-
3D?
if
It's
you
not
listen to-
3D. It's 2D.
If you listen to developers talking about how excited they are, it's really easy to buy into the hype with them of like
yeah,
indie developers saying, "Wow, this is amazing! I want to be on the ground floor of this."
I definitely need more public demos for people to actually be excited about it.
That's really hard. to
Because
do.
right now it's just all skeptics.
It's hard to get public demos. They have to
Oh,
go
for
into
sure.
Best Buy or whatever,
Yeah,
something like that.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that like start throwing Oculuses and
Sounds
Valve.
like
if
Oculus
you-
and then Valve, and
Vive.
there's also Sony, and there's also
Star
uh,
VR.
Star-
Sony's,
Breeze.
Sony's is never gonna take off.
So no, they own PlayStation. They'll probably force it on them one way or another.
yeah, the new Connect.
Because there's not gonna be any way for PlayStation to be able to run games for VR.
the thing about VR is it's gimmicky if you
Mm.
just strap it onto something, but if you build a game from the
Around
ground
it.
up with VR,
It's
then
a lot,
it's
it's a
then
lot
it's
different.
What
Yeah,
way
I'm
different.
saying is
Be-
just that the PS4
all you've seen
or
so
whatever
far publicly is just
will
they
struggle.
threw it on TF2.
I'm just saying the PS4 will struggle running any sort of
high fidelity
VR.
games. High fidelity VR games. Like you could play low poly
which are
VR
the games
games.
people are gonna want to play
Not all of them.
VR on a PlayStation because a lot of people are more casual mainstream gamers on a PS4
There's no
And-
correlation to that.
and
Keep going though.
no PC gamer's gonna want a VR from Sony, so
Well, the Morpheus actually doesn't look half bad.
it's worse than like all the other VRs though.
It's not.
It's not. It's actually got
It's a
pretty
little bit
competitive
worse back.
specs. The specs are
Oh,
actually pretty
it's-
competitive, and they got a lot of backing behind it. So it's
And it's whatever
that
you
we can get
perceive.
Oculus or
It's also whatever you
Valve.
perceive.
They're all pretty much the same, really.
Also, none of us
They-
can
they
see
all-
it.
VR.
They all solve different tiny issues,
Star VR is just like a.
and they're learning from each other over time.
Star VR is it's kind of like a proof of concept, and it's like, hey, guys, like they're just trying to get on the headlines because they have bigger specs than anybody.
Yeah.
It's not really saying anything though. They need stuff behind it before it can
I'm
be
just
good.
saying, why would you get on Sony's when you could get on any of those other viable platforms?
I mean, I'm not
Because
arguing.
people
that,
have
I'm just
PS4s,
like-
dude.
But then
It's in your brain. You don't understand why anyone has anything but a PC. That is like your entire argument for
or
everything.
play Fallout 4 all
No,
day.
I'm saying like outside of using it for your PS4, why would you want that? Like if you didn't have a PS4, why would you want that?
They're not trying to sell it to people that don't have PS4s.
Yeah, it's Sony. They're
Well,
selling
that's
it to
that's
people.
that's silly to ignore that much of a market.
You said that about the Android thing. We already went over this. It's
Ignoring
by
the-
Sony for Sony. That's
Ignoring the
like
market? Like,
it's
what?
not ignoring a market. It's just
the
like
goddamn peripheral for your platform.
It's not.
They're not
the,
ignoring
the
the other
PC
market
market
'cause they're
isn't
going
their
for the-
market.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
not their market. So like they're not ignoring it. That's just not their thing. Before this podcast devolves into anything else, but as we crawl into the wee hours of the night, what was your favorite thing from E3 this year?
Doom.
Luciano, Fallout 4. Okay. Max.
on.
I was gonna make some joke first. Jesus.
Nope. Nope.
You weren't gonna let me joke about the Final Fantasy Portal app or the new Square Enix RPG called Project Setsuna or
No,
I
I'm
don't
not.
Do,
I'm not.
do we even know anything about Project Setsuna right now?
or the game that made me cry, Kingdom Hearts Unchained
Nope.
No.
Sorry. Max, you said
or
Doom,
Lara
right?
Croft Go.
I said Doom.
Taylor?
Does VR count?
No, it's got to be a game. Sorry.
I don't know. I'm just happy that there's games for everyone. There's so many games for everyone to like. There's so many games coming from each platform for different types of people. I'm just excited in general. It's not one thing specifically that's making me lose my mind.
Okay. Nothing. Okay. Yeah. All right. And I mean, I'll probably have to say, I before going into the conference, I would have said Battlefront, but now coming out, I would probably say Deus Ex.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, everyone, like anyone who knows me, like will say like I'm a huge cyberpunk nerd. So
True.
more of that, always good. Yeah. Like after seeing the demo, because there's a 25-minute demo that you could watch, and it looks pretty amazing. Okay.
Max didn't say it, did he?
He said
I said
Doom.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
That's a pretty good choice, I think.
Yeah, that's probably second for me.
It's kind of a bummer for you because it's the first thing you saw, and then nothing else lived up to that.
that is just like my climax, my high point was the very beginning, and it was all downhill from
Yeah,
there.
I'm the
Yeah, it was
same with you, Max.
premature
Fallout 4.
Climax.
No, but Doom was the first
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Doom was the first.
The first thing.
The first
Fallout
thing.
was pretty close.
Yeah. If we have nothing else, no other addendums, no notes, no last
well, I could
thoughts.
list off all my Fallout 4 information.
Let's
so you can
not.
We
On
have
behalf,
run out of time.
thank you,
We
thank
have
you.
run out of
Save
time.
that
Thanks for
another
listening.
podcast where we don't actually record it, and it's just you talking to yourself.
Let's get some plugs in. If you want to follow Max in his adventures in on the what is the Ishimura?
The Dead Space Ishimura.
Yeah, you could follow him on YouTube. His link is in the video description. Is there like do you have like a custom URL for YouTube? Because I can't get one yet, but
Custom URL for you. Is there
Is it-
such a thing?
I
well,
think I have one.
I used to. I have one too, but not
I
for the new
think
one.
I had one. I don't know. Like, just click the link or like
Yeah, just click the link.
search torture chamber Dead Space.
Yeah, that'll also bring you to Max's videos. Pretty good stuff. And this week's outro, as all the week's outros will probably be in the future, provide to our good friend Grant over on SoundCloud. His link is also in the video description. So yeah, thank you for listening. On behalf of Max, Luciano,
The Ghost of Sam.
Ghost of Sam, Taylor, and myself, we'll see you next time. And in the words of the AMD CEO, got that done.